1,000 words ain't enough to define a body up, yeah. Caught her look and she wants it back. She's firing up that body up, yeah, babe. You think that I want you, but not babe. You're one in a million, but it's not for me. I'm not into girls with a plastic trace. Don't take it too personally, yeah. My fault, my bad. The word's out, but you weren't ready for it. Show off, appearance of I got this, but I got.
Let's go. You're always on your game during work time. Now, take the work out of game time. And creating your best edit requires time to make the right cuts. So, we help cut render times. Get the processing power to do it all. Join the gamers and creators who know the pure speed of AMD Ryzen processors. Those who know performance know AMD Ryzen.
Welcome everyone, you are watching AMD Presents Streamer Quest with Windows 11 and Xbox Game Pass. I'm CCV, joined alongside OG Dolores Chicken, and we are bringing to you our second title in the Streamer Quest. It's going to be Halo Infinite. A couple of days ago, as of only yesterday, we finished the Halo Infinite Community Cup, where many teams from across the region were participating for a total prize pool of 50,000 rupees. Team Hyping ended up winning the Community Cup. It was an insane match. Out of the best of 5, we saw 4 maps, 4 different game modes, really awesome stuff. 14 in it was with Capture the Flag Sudden Death. But now it's something even more interesting. OG, today we have all the streamers in the Streamer Quest participating for one event and participating for double points as well.
Yeah, I mean, before heading into this month, we were like, this is not going to be a month of sweat. But of course, we do need our staple FPS, right? This
Yes.
is, I think, the staple of almost half the streamers that we have in this event. So we're going to be heading in towards a game where, sure, there might be some level of comfort zone, but I have a good feeling that a lot of these players are going to get their hands on some new guns and they're going to learn some new things. So it's going to be fun along the journey, CCV.
Absolutely. And the question also is, who has already learned these things? Are there going to be any major differences? Maybe we have one specific streamer in, some team. It can be Alpha, Bravo, or Charlie, who's just so well acquainted that he or she, they're just absolutely shredding the opposition team. And there is no, answer that the opposition team have for them. That is something I'd love to see. It will be great for the streamer and all of their fans watching live on the stream that they are doing on their personal channels. However, for the opposing team, well, let's just say frustrating is a word that may be said once or twice here or there alongside, some other not very suitable words by the streamers. But keeping all that in mind, it's gonna be fun. No one can deny that. I mean, previously when we saw these streamers, we saw only 6 of them in total, which was Golf with Friends. And
Yeah.
arguably, as fun as it was, which truly it was an amazing broadcast, we saw some amazing shots as well, considering the fact that every single streamer from all 3 of the teams will be participating just adds a whole new flavor to Halo.
Yeah, and let's quickly go through the teams as well because CCV, crucially, today's the big day, right? Sure, it might be
Yeah.
a laid back weekend for you guys at home, but this is the game that gives you the most points throughout the AMD Streamer Quest. So, all the teams, they're going to be vying for their opportunity to get this under the bag, but arguably, it's going to be the hardest for Team Alpha because a lot of their streamers, sure, might have shooter backgrounds, but they're more towards that mobile side of the equation, right? They might have the
Right.
brain for all you know, but the keyboard and mouse, when you have to put that together, it can be a little tricky if you're not used to it.
Certainly so. From the side of Team Alpha, we have already seen Kabbo and Sunita, who are there towards the bottom of the screen alongside the captain Shrimon. We saw them playing in Golf with Friends.
Yeah.
And for the side of Team Alpha, it really wasn't the best performance. Overall, they were the bottom scoring team. They only got a single point out of that event. However, keeping in mind that Halo is double points because all the streamers are participating, and this is the only event which will feature double points over the course of this stream weekend. This is where Team Alpha, like you said, even though they're up against the odds, they can surely overturn it and they can surely put their team at a considerable advantage when it comes to racking up those points and setting up their future into the streamer quest.
Oh, 100%, bro. In fact, I'm not going to be 100% sure how much points Team Alpha is going to get, but what I'm going to be confident on the fact is whenever Team Alpha is going to get a point, Shriman Legend's going to just blow through the roof with his energy, his aura. It just feels different. So I'm going to be looking forward to how Shriman Legend performs. Of course, let's assume that he pops off, right? Then you might just have a nice show with both the talk being talked and the walk being walked.
Certainly so. Now, going over the opposition of Team Alpha as well, taking a look at Team Bravo, what competition will they have? Because everyone watching, keep in mind, today it's Team Deathmatch round robin system. We'll talk about the Team Deathmatch, how is it going to be played, but long story short, we are going to be seeing 3 games today. First is going to be Alpha versus Bravo, then
Yeah.
Bravo versus Charlie, then Alpha versus Charlie. And now, first, we'll go through the teams. We've already discussed the side of Team Alpha, now being led by Pooja Bisht. This is Team Bravo, and certainly a lot of these members, they've got FPS experience as well.
Yeah.
And previously, for the side of golf, we saw Mackle and Hathoda. These guys decimated their opposition. I mean, yes, it was an average start for them in the early couple of maps. However, Mackle on the bottom left, the shots this man was hitting, the way and the consistency in which he was hitting as well was just you could not make it up. He knew he was getting lucky. However, it favored him so much. And then you had Vaiti Hathoda as well, who was also
Yeah.
putting up a great performance. And Team Bravo ended up with the highest points in Golf with Friends. But other than that, we have notable FPS players in their otherwise in their other roster as well, apart from just Makil Hathoda. You've got Kritika plays, you've got Sway on the right. So many of these members have
Yeah.
good FPS experience. And do you think that's going to be a big help into them converting all of their mechanical skill into
100%.
winning Halo?
Yeah, because SMX and AMPA gaming are very relevant as well if you talk about FPS. Very old school player is SMX, and AMPA is an up and coming player in Valorant. So he certainly has that mechanical ability if you talk about it, right?
Right.
And this roster, it looks a little well rounded, you know. Like you said, you have a Toda popping off like a hammer yesterday. You have Mackle. Coming from a guy like me, luck is a skill because you miss every shot that you do not go for, and that requires confidence.
That's
So,
profound.
yeah, huge plays that we could expect coming in from Team Bravo could be on the back of Mackle, SMX, and Sway. Sway been a long time personality in the country, alongside having FPS in her back pocket. It shouldn't be any spot of discomfort, right? Team Bravo, they might have the underdogs, but they certainly have the comfort, and that's what I like.
Yeah, it's all about balancing it out for all of the esports titles that we have right here in the streamer quest. Because the thing is, the lovely thing about the streamer quest is we have so many games in so many different genres, and I think that's just one of the best features that one of our sponsors, Xbox Game Pass, also offers, is that you have access to over hundreds of games in different genres right there at your fingertips, and you can get all of them for just one subscription price a month. Or if you don't want to pay that price, you can absolutely get Xbox Game Pass for free with select laptops featuring the AMD Ryzen processors. And keeping that in mind, it's just the best bang for your buck. As having a look at this team, Team Charlie, I mean, they're also in no way, shape, or form behind the likes of Alpha or Bravo. The talent being featured, the caliber of this squad, it is insane as well. And being led by Bing, someone who has a ton of FPS experience, means that he can give all of his knowledge onto other members in his roster as well.
Dude, you talk about FPS knowledge, and we have the FPS knowledge just on the right side. Batura and Casper both having a lot of understanding in terms of competition, in terms of their experience back in ye good old days, CSGO, Valorant, yada, yada, yada. So a lot of notable names are in Team Charlie. Midfail, he's one of the biggest minds that we can have down here. He was a delight to watch back in the day. So I'm looking forward to what Team Charlie has to offer as well. They have a couple of very, very bright stars in terms of FPS. Again, Fatu, Bings, Mili as well. You can't count any of these streamers out, right? Now, we need to see. Now, for a player like Midfield, a player who's versed with multiple games, how does he stack up in a game like Halo? Because I need to bring this up. Now, Halo has very, very different shooting mechanics to every other FPS, right?
Yes.
There are a lot of different types of guns. You have guns where it's point click. You have guns where you have to compensate based on projectile drop off. So there's a lot of complexity to this game alongside the melee combat when you get up close and personal, because the melee attack does do a decent bit. So you
Oh, I
basically
love
melee them
melee.
and finish it off by your gun. A lot of variations could be in here, and that's what I'm going to look forward to, because it's going to be an utter brawl fest. The gloves are essentially off in the ring.
Certainly so. And for the side of Team Charlie, I mean, they found a nice little niche. After golf, we saw Vanny and Casper playing together. Vanny, she went off with she started off with a bang. The first time we saw all of these streamers in Golf with Friends, she had the fewest shots, essentially the best performance. But then Team Charlie, they got overtaken by Team Bravo. However, it wasn't all too bad. They still finished mid of the table, and Halo can really be the expertise. This to me feels like another Bravo versus Charlie affair. And
Yeah.
later on, then we can see Team Alpha making a name for themselves, as I would absolutely love for them to be the underdogs. However, to prove to everyone that they've got the caliber as well, and they certainly have the star power. And their roster, Team Alpha, absolutely puts the star in star power. I mean, the names associated in that team, really phenomenal. But taking a look at all these rosters, every single one of these streamers, doesn't matter if they've interacted with each other before, if they're good friends, everyone is playing for the same thing. That is the 5 lakh rupee cash prize that only the winning team will get.
Yeah.
Team as in singular. The one team that wins this entire streamer quest will be winning that 5 lakh cash prize. Nothing else for the other 20 streamers. That is why you have to win. Doesn't matter which game mode you'll be playing in. Doesn't matter as your roster. I mean, for Halo, everyone's gonna be here. You have to put in your level best. But for
Yeah.
other games as well, you have to keep it in mind. You can just not have, you have to go no holds barred whatsoever. You have to give it your all, because even if you have a decent average performance, average isn't gonna cut it in terms of prize pool. Sure, you're getting a lot of entertainment out of it, and these streamers, if they know anything, it's how to provide that entertainment for their
Yeah.
viewers. But at the end of the day, getting a bit of moolah in your bank, it's absolutely everyone's necessity, and everyone would like to play for that as well, which is why these streamers, I think, keeping in mind that Halo will be offering double points, and only the weekend of Halo Infinite will be offering double points, means that we may see a lot of sweetness, but at the same time, we are going to be seeing those ridiculous plays as well, and those fails. Everything under the sun will be seen.
Yeah, 100%, man. I'm just waiting for the game to get on. Like we mentioned,
Yeah.
what's at stake, the 5 lakhs, it's winner take all essentially. But let's see what we have today. We have Halo, right? We're gonna have a very nice team deathmatch kind of mode to let everybody pop off. And the way we're gonna calculate the entire ordeal is we give 1 point to 1 kill, and we look at who's going to get the most kills at the end of day 2 after the entire round robin system gets over with. So that's who's going to be taking up the lion's share of 10 points away from this event, and that's 10 points. This is going to be the event that a lot of streamers are now going to look to take the dub on. So alongside them winning, you also could be the winner. There's a Gleam link in the description below of this stream and every other streamer that is going to be live streaming this event. So do take a screenshot of your favorite live streamer playing their game and enjoying it, and tag AMD and TEC to be eligible.
Absolutely so, and in doing so, you can catch your favorite streamers as well, enjoying, blasting through, and having a fun playing Halo Infinite. Which, keeping that in mind, I am really excited for, because we have gone through the Community Cup. We have seen the best that this region has to offer, and after seeing all of those plays, I want to see some alternate strategies, because let's be honest, in all sorts of FPS titles, or not just FPS titles, in all sorts of esports, even traditional sports, when you put a beginner on field and you give them freedom to do whatever they want, you know for a fact that's gonna lead to wacky plays. I mean, come on, let's be honest. All of us, we have seen those YouTube compilations of, bronze players having fun, iron players having fun, and the kind of stuff those guys pull. It's really good. I myself have first-hand experience because I am the bronze, but regardless of that, we are here. It is going to be interesting. This is 10 versus 10. So now taking a look at what's going to happen, I am really looking forward to seeing, all 10 of these streamers against each other. And for the moment, well, they are all just, testing out the graphics and all, and the mechanics.
Yeah, the guns more importantly. If I'm not mistaken, this is Shriman Legend, right? Gonna be very interested to see how his banter is gonna be throughout the day. He's getting chased though. Holy,
Oh my.
holy hell! This is not a way you want your weekend to start.
Yeah, absolutely no. He's gonna be respawned again. Look at these long respawn times. That is the unfortunate thing right here. Is because
Yeah.
if you die, it means that you're gonna be stuck in the respawn for a while. This may be deathmatch, but it's gonna take a while. And we are on one of the classic Halo maps. We've got all the mechanics right here. We've got the shooter
Yeah.
thrusting you into the air, and already we can see that a couple of the teams, they are looking to get into lead. However, it's all going to be about the trades. If you're looking to win, if you're looking to get those points,
Exactly.
you just need to go for the trades and stick together, which is exactly what these players are doing.
Yeah, it's the power of numbers that essentially keep you afloat here. You make sure you get good position and try to fight them as they come back from spawn. Essentially, you either trade or you just run away with the advantage. As you go in single file, like you see Shreeman doing from time to time, it's gonna cost him his sanity just a little bit because it's again a very salty game if you do end up going out this way, and you're giving away points more importantly, which means it pushes Sunita's team closer and closer to victory. I mean, it pushes them a little further away from victory.
Taking a look at Mackle and his team right now. Wait, I'm sorry. I have just looked at the scoreboard. 22 to 1. 23 to 1. That is the score. Hathoda and Mackle, they are leading the charge. How in God's name have they managed to rack up points this much? What exactly are the opposition
Wow.
team doing? Because right now they are being decimated every step of the way.
Power of numbers, my friend. You see that they're playing a lot together, right? And I like the communication. It's fun to some extent. You know what? Just for the viewers, let's try and tap into their comms. Let's see how the streamers are going to be interacting with each other. Are you serious? Is that what I heard? All right, Michael. I like the confidence, but let's just hope the tables don't turn.
Well, from the looks of it, they certainly aren't right now. Sway as well popping off on, the leaderboard, getting a lot of those kills. Finally, a bit of retaliation can be seen from the side of the opposing squad. However, still, the points, it's just far too big of a difference. And the angles they're maintaining once more with the battle rifle. That's going to be another kill.
Yeah, it is. This needs to be somewhat of a group approach coming in from Shreeman and the gang. Because right now, you can see Mackle and Co are more than comfortable manning that front line. They do trade out Mackle, though, more importantly, as they maintain their positional advantage and they can deliver more of a choke. And you can see how much this choke is hindering the ability for Shreeman's team to come back, right? They're essentially getting spawn camped to some extent here. With the deficit growing so much, only numbers and teamwork can win them this game. They need to make sure that they don't overextend even a little bit. It's almost at the 50-pointer right now for Mackle and Co, which is gonna be big.
Yeah, Team Bravo, they were great at golf with friends, and this can, put the advantage into their favor even more. Seems like the streamers have finally discovered the importance of nades, because once
Utility.
more, if you aren't really sure about Halo mechanics, the shield is really good. However, as soon as the nades, power through the shield, the person is left very vulnerable, and that can be an easy kill, as we see once more. Stabby Whitey go for those shots, and he will be successful in getting a kill. So, like you just mentioned, OG, the 50 kill mark has been reached, but the teams, the players, they aren't really playing for a certain defined goal. This is unlimited right now. Get as many kills as possible, and towards the end of the timer, those kills will be stored, and then they'll be calculated based on all of their matches. So far, Team Bravo having more than 50 kills really means a lot to their squad.
Yeah, and mind you, there is going to be a 20-minute timer to this game mode. So that's how long it's going to continue, regardless of how it shapes up. Even if Mackle and Co are able to utterly annihilate their opposition, it's still going to be a 20-minute matchup. So time is going to be of the essence to some extent. Look at the coordinated push coming in from the front lines. You can see that they're all in the vibe. I love this.
Yep, it is currently, Team Alpha. They may be losing, but they certainly are having fun as well. We were taking a look at a couple of their streamers. Here's another, but once more, he's just met by fire, killed by Mackle. He cannot be stopped. Dude, no matter which game it is, no matter which title, Mackle so far has been a force to be reckoned with. No one from Team Charlie or Team Alpha has been able to give him a lot of competition. Taking a look at his POV, he's gotten a double kill. Is that an accidental team kill right there? No, that's going to be Hathoda with the vehicle getting another My god, this is bloodbath. Seeing the amount of casualties that we just witnessed on that grass field.
I love this calm from Team Bravo, dude. It sounds so relaxed, right? Look at that. They understand what's happening in front of them. Good comms, everybody just feeling all-time high towards the front lines there. And you can see the panic on the other end. You can see that it's not as peaceful over Legends camp. That could change though. Evil, one of our beloved friends, he finally gets a little juice going, but this is brutal. That is brutal. Ooh, Evil. I just wish I could give you a hug, man, because yeah, that run, that's, wait, what do you even call that? We have run and gun in other games. This is what, cart and dart?
God and dog. Well, at the end of the day, it is no for nothing. And just, yeah, let's just hear the streamer comms once.
Hey, they're vibing.
Absolutely.
Evil's enjoying it.
There's a lot going on, but at the end of the day, one conclusion and one observation can be made. It's that the streamers are absolutely having fun. However, they're still playing for the prize money. Here we have Pooja leading the charge of Team Bravo in front of our screens. And she knows that just because of the fact that her squad is doing so well, she can sit back, relax, and kind of like a true IGL. I don't know if this is her intention or not. She's just watching back and seeing everyone kill like a true war leader or war commander, as they were called in the ancient days. But yeah, she's just watching over everyone, and everyone is just killing, plain and simple.
So you're saying that she not only gives the calls, but she also gives you emotional support. Now that's the in-game leader we need but don't deserve. Well, at least in the emotional support department, I feel like it's working to some extent. The hope's still not out. Willie Gaming's having a nice pre. This is maybe the start of decent times for Shreeman and Co. They're close to hitting the 30 mark. So if they're able to maybe close 50 on this map, I'd still consider it a W. And they're in the realms of achieving that, right? Close to maybe 10 minutes left, which makes that opportunity far more viable. They need to make sure that their front line stick, though, which has been their biggest issue. You can see how split they are. Shreeman getting taken from the back. Now, that's not how you want to go out in, especially a rotation.
Yeah, watching his reaction as well. He is a bit stunned for words. He's gonna respawn. He's got the commando. Oh, that's an excellent weapon if I've seen one. I'm not gonna lie, my favorite has to be the sniper. And Gracie can absolutely vouch for that, because whenever we saw, obviously we didn't see team deathmatch of this extent in the Community Cup, but whenever we saw game modes like Slayer or like Strongholds, Capture the Flag, the sniper was there, and people were hitting absolutely nutty shots, and so were they with their, I mean, not shots, but slices with this energy sword that hathoda currently has. Although it's not equipped, he can deal a lot of damage with that. Going for a kill, that's going to be an excellent slice right there. That's a shank if I've seen one.
Well, Shank might as well just cut the soap. Because certainly you did drop somebody, forget something, and this again, the cart and dart. They have no chill whatsoever. They're close to hitting the 30 here, Shreeman and Co. This is the initiative being taken on the sniper. I love this. He's got the clip. Man, this is like having your chip and your dip at the same time. Perfect way for your weekend to go. This is why you love the sniper. I get it, bruh.
Yeah?
This courses through my veins as well.
The shots he's hitting.
Another one.
Good God. How is this man able to hit these shots? The precision. Look at that for SMX. I mean, when you said SMX is a legend in the game, a legend in the region, absolutely, I have to agree with that. Just seeing his shots, goodness me, that is some insane stuff.
Yeah, he's flexing his old FPS biceps, dude. Man's been having them for quite a while. Nice aerial attempt there. Beautiful use of utility that we're getting to see from the side of Team Bravo, right? They're showing us that nades are very proficient in this. You'd be able to take that fight CQC with the melee. Very nice things to use, especially when you're going to refrag. So they're doing all the textbook things right. It's just the fact that this is such a landslide that Team Bravo are gonna get a boatload of points to end the session off with now. It's got me a little scared for Alpha and Charlie.
Well, Team Charlie, we really haven't seen them. Maybe I mean, absolutely, they have a lot of talent. Team Alpha, they really are the team who need to do a lot of work. Hey, this can be, this can be them just testing out Halo Infinite. Maybe a couple of the streamers aren't really well aware with all of the mechanics in the game as Mackle goes for a kill. Great stuff right there. This is the one thing, because there's no battle rifle default, it just causes people to go for the other weapons. You of course have the power-ups, like the sniper we just saw. You had the Mangler present as well, all that. But the battle rifle is something I always love to see. Shriman, as he loves to do, he is just, yeah, outright, just...
He got mackled there, so yeah. What can you say?
That is true. I mean, yeah, his reaction fairly justified. But so far, I want to see Shriman go for a lot of kills as well. I want to see that smile, not just when he's a bit like complaining in a fun way.
Sunita's reaction is delightful. He's enjoying this experience. Mackle, I'm proud of him, man. Man's a sweat, and he is sweating. I love to see it. He's making so unorthodox plays. The back found, and there is just no counter to this. They are unaware. Finally, the trade comes on through. They are pushing the line together, though, so you can see where the power of friendship and the power of teamwork comes in, right? Look at the front lines. It's just being rushed on the sidelines with a lot of vehicles and a lot of rotation. It's Kabbo having the significantly higher ground, trying to catch off the rotation there. The response in this has to be something like a wave attack here, CCV. At least that's what I'm assuming. We might have a boatload of information when it comes to tactical FPS, but here there's still opportunity for tactic. It's just the way that the parameters revolve around this. You can much rather attack as a garrison and go together rather than single fold, which is something that you can see Team Bravo do brilliantly.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, because of the high numbers, Team Bravo are taking advantage of that because they know no matter how many people they invest in a specific area, they are going to get rewarded with kills. Look at this.
This is like Hot Wheels.
I spotted like all 10 of the members of Team Bravo right there on those tracks going for kills. And now Mackle driving, he's all alone.
Straight up Diwali to back to the lobby, dude.
That was right there, Kabbo. Oh, I think this is the kill. We may just be able to see the kill. However, we have less than 2 minutes remaining in the matchup. And so far, Team Bravo, they are doing excellent work right here. 160 points. Meanwhile, Team Alpha still trailing behind. Let's have a hear as to what this team is doing.
Boom. This is a very nice weapon to have, especially because of that vehicular strategy that's coming in, right? You can see it getting punished way more easier now rather than with the hathoda, quite literally. You'd be able to get other counters to it from a distance. Although distance is something Team Bravo have no interest in maintaining. They want to push you up close and personal. 176. CCV, this is becoming like a farming land for points at this point.
Are we playing Halo or are we playing Age of Empires 4 with the farming that's been going on?
I have a better one. Are we playing Halo or are we playing Lalo? I'm sorry, I just had to throw you under the bus there.
It was a solid 6.5 out of 10. It's not as bad as the jokes I was making yesterday. But regardless of that, alright, we have got not a lot of time remaining, less than 10 seconds actually, and we are still, we are gonna be done with our first set of match for the day. Team Bravo, excellent performance from their side. Team Alpha, unfortunate for them, it's gonna be a loss. However, they did still manage to rack up a solid amount of points. However, the difference just a little too much. Having a look at the scoreboard as well, Jesus, that was something.
I think more than 120 points that divides these two teams. So that's how good Team Bravo really were. We mentioned the fact that in the pregame, Team Bravo were the teams with the PC underdogs, quote unquote. You have Mackle, you had an amazing play from Ampar as well. Got to see him in a couple of nice fights. Overall, I feel like it was more of a group effort from the side of Team Bravo. And throughout the entirety of those 20 minutes, nobody from Team Bravo got off the pedal. Everybody just pushing the front, pushing it together. Most of the times, it was Mackle just dive bombing his way inside, and the rest of the squad coming in with the cavalry. You see vehicle rotations, you see quick gunplay, which is exactly stuff you need. Most of the times, Team Alpha were caught with their backs turned to the wrong direction. I think that's something that only can be solved with a little more time and practice. But hey, that's why we're having the streamer quest, right? It's not about how you are going to be the best at the game of your choice, but it's also going to be how you can improvise, adapt, and overcome. If this is something that you are enjoying, the Xbox Game Pass is especially for you. You know, me and CCV, we might be sweats of our own in tactical FPS. We love playing that for maybe 6 days out of the week. But there is going to be one day where you chill, right? And you don't want to be
Right.
grinding out a game throughout the week. You just want to go grab a beer, chill, maybe hop on some Forza to make sure you're going to enjoy the right kind of driving when you're going to have a drink. Or you might be interested in going on some Halo and testing out some new weapons. I loved all the wacky stuff we got to see, and I
Oh,
bet there's going
absolutely.
to be a lot on the highlights.
Yeah, taking a look at the highlights as well. One thing I can assure everyone who did not watch the Community Cup first is why not? It was
Oh, look at that
amazing. But, but secondly, you are not going to see this kind of action, this kind of gameplay in the Community Cup. The Community Cup was far more serious. The players, the gunfights they were taking, they were all calculated, methodical, focus firing, crossfires being maintained, crosshair placement. Not a lot of that here. Here it was, oh, I see enemy, I shoot enemy. Enemy kill me, surprise, surprise.
Orangutan
That
mentality.
yeah, that would be a way I could describe what was going on. I am not really sure how much the streamers were well versed with the weapons they were holding. Some of them really have different mechanics, as we were talking about in the pre-match presentation as well. A lot of these weapons they are single tap, semi-automatic. A lot of these are like the alien weapons. They are laser
With
focused
projectile
and
drop, and you it's
exactly.
not really something you do every day, right? So it takes a little getting used
Yep.
to.
Absolutely so. And for a lot of them, and for Halo especially, the time to kill is so much higher than other FPS titles these streamers may be a bit more accustomed to. The time to kill for Halo is like 5 to 6 seconds. So dealing with all of that is a problem in of itself as well, that you have to keep on shooting your enemy for that long.
Yeah, I'm excited to see this vehicle strategy, though. I think you mentioned this before, right? That we're getting to see a decent bit of this. It's nice to see so much emphasis on rotation. I think this is also one of the factors which aided Team Bravo to get such a landslide victory, right? You never saw Team Alpha do the same, where they push the front lines, they commit the vehicular rotation, and at this point, it's just the clips, bro. Nice highlight stuff, not gonna lie. I'm already thinking of like two songs to add to this to make it dank. Dank as it is, though. SMX
Oh,
really showing his metal.
that was great stuff right there. And then you just had, people like Hathoda, who I believe was the top fragger for this entire match. Like, he had the highest amount of kills out of all. But again, it's about the entire team kills, not just one person. However, he did help a lot for his squad. And yeah,
Streamer just got mackled there. Yes.
there's no shortage of entertainment that we witnessed in this entire first match out of three that we'll have for today.
Yeah, and the entire point of this is to enjoy and make the fun alive, right?
Right.
So that's something that Team Alpha they've clearly understood, and I think they've managed to get decent enough points here. Again, they have nothing to lose, man. Team Alpha,
Right.
they can excel in so many other places that they might not even be worried about Halo at the end of the day. It's all about taking home as much as you can get, and hey, if they didn't get as many kills, if they didn't get as many points, at least they got a lot of giggles. That's something I loved about them.
And so did all of the audience watching their streams and the stream as well. If there was anything that was being shot at, it was just a heap of fun towards everyone. And alongside the kills, alongside the gameplay, like I am like, if this was the first match out of three for the day, then three more tomorrow as well. We are going to have a rematch between Team Alpha and Team Bravo. That is going to be on table tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, are we going to see a revenge arc for the side of Team Alpha? Do they have enough time to prepare a plan? Not that likely. However, they can certainly give a better, I don't know, a better kind of show than what they had right now. For me, it's all about the inter-streamer rivalries as well. Are we going to see like a mini 1v1 rivalry building up where one person keeps on killing the other, then the person gets their revenge, and it's a back and forth? That could certainly be interesting, especially looking at those streamers' POVs and how they're performing. But other than that, so far, all over, taking a look at the teams, taking a look at the 20 members we witnessed, it was great stuff. And it'll be a bit better for the squad who's going to be playing right now as well, up against Team Charlie, if I'm correct. Because the
Yeah.
squad that has just played, whether it be Team Alpha or Team Bravo, they are warmed up and ready. They've had 20 minutes of action with each other in the same roster, in the same voice call as well. So they are entirely warmed up, and that will just allow a lot of opportunities to be propped up and a lot of strategies that already may be in place.
So you talk about strategy, right? Now we just had our first match between Alpha and Bravo. Now
Yep.
it's given Bravo a nice farmland where they secured what, a total of 180 points. That
Yep.
sets more or less a benchmark that now Team Charlie needs to hunt and gun down. They can do that quite viably by playing against Team Alpha as well, because Team Charlie has a lot of experienced FPS members on them, and I think
Right.
we also did just witness what the experience kind of looks like when it's translated to results on the server. Now measure is set, the benchmark is set. Team Charlie need to be the ones chasing, and in a battle like this, I feel like chasing is far more easier than setting the benchmark, because at least you have something to compare yourself to and you have something to
Yeah.
look up to when you're going to do it. So it essentially gives you a benchmark when you're doing it lifetime, which makes the goal somewhat more objective based and achievable. That's the difference here. And I want to see how Team Charlie is going to take any kind of difference in their approach to winning out this. Because, again, Halo, especially between Team Bravo and Team Charlie, is going to carry a lot of bragging
Oh.
rights.
Oh, that one I'm looking forward to seeing. The players, the experience, the entertainment. That one is going to be a lot more of like very seriousness. Obviously, we're going to have tons and tons of laughs, taking a look at the fails, taking a look at the shots. However,
Yeah.
that one will just have a whole different vibe to it. I can already expect that. And tomorrow as well, these matches are going to carry even more weight. Because, like you mentioned, the points and the point differential more specifically, the thing is, keeping all of that in mind, is that not only are we going to have a major point differential at the end of today, but Halo is an event which is going to span over the entire weekend. Tomorrow on Sunday as well, we are going to be seeing the 3 sets of matches. And then, like you mentioned with the benchmark, it gives teams an overall figure or a rough estimation as to how they are performing already and how much they need to improve in order to take the first spot, or to an extent even take the middle spot as well. Because with double points, it means that even if you are the second best team performing, you will be getting 6 points, and six
Yeah.
points is no joke whatsoever.
But it's also a little bitter for not placing the first, right? You essentially give away a little bit of the lead as well. We had Among Us on Saturday, which is more of a fun event, but we did have golf
Right.
on Sunday, which made things a little competitive, gave teams a little points, right? On Wednesday, which is the 16th, we're going to have Age of Empires, and on the next weekend, we're going to have Forza. So it's not like things are going to boil down or, cool off any bit whatsoever. This, however, is going to be somewhat of a volcano, because a lot of these players, they might be having experience against each other in different games. Cool, this is a completely different game. We're getting to see a lot of new wacky guns, and that's the spirit of it, right? That's the entire
Right.
point of it. Imagine being deleted in ways which you didn't even contemplate before. That's a huge factor. I feel like we're going to have a lot of sweet moments on stream, but with the sweet has to come the salt.
Absolutely does. It makes up the perfect recipe for disaster and for entertainment for everyone watching. And keeping that in mind, yeah, I have to agree that the kills that we saw, even I didn't expect them, especially that one with the hammer that, well, rightfully so
Straight
happened to
up.
matter. I was like, am I playing like a medieval
You got
storm
reminded of Rainbow
game?
Six Siege a little bit. Don't lie to me, right? A little bit of nostalgia kicking you.
I've been able to get the hammer kill like twice in my entire life. So, eh. But yeah, I did not know that because so far in the Community Cup, right, like I said, we didn't have a map this large. This map is dedicated for 10 versus 10.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we have the competitive map pools as well. Maps that every single Halo fan, regardless of which Halo you've been playing, you are very much accustomed to. Names such as, Live Fire, Bazaar, Streets, you know these. These are household names. However, for this one, the streamers as well, how accustomed were they into heading into this large map with vehicles, with new weaponry, with the power ups? I think the power ups always confuse people. You aren't really sure what happens. We didn't see my favorite power up either. We didn't see the active camo. That right there is a deadly bit of weapon
Wow.
that if put on, the way you can sneak past enemies and the attacks you can launch, if you have the right mind, which many of these streamers do, could have been a big help to their side.
I don't know if you have a rat mentality, but boy, I understand the significance of it. I'm waiting to see how
Mhm.
that boils into maybe like an interesting melee kill. You never know.
Yeah.
Again, with
Oh, there have been many
players
of
like
those.
yeah, with players like Fatu, with players like Binks, with players like Lord Batura on the server, it's gonna be fun. Also, a lot of
Mhm.
memes.
Certainly. So I can already imagine the chats of the streamers as soon as they get a kill like that, or they get killed by that. The chat are going to show them no mercy. It's gonna be just absolute troll. Oh, the streamers better be careful with where they're shooting, better be careful with how they're shooting. But hey, everyone's gonna have fun. And already taking a look at the first match, we can't wait for the second one as well. We'll bring that up
Yeah.
as soon as possible. It's getting set up. A lot of streamers to make sure that everyone's fine, everything is working fine as well. But going over the first match, my highlight still has to be, look, no matter how much entertainment is there, I'm going to be a sucker for insane shots, and SMX just provided those with a sniper. After all, my favorite weapon in the entire server. So, our in the entire game, rather, I should say. And seeing those, I want to see it again because this right here is a large map, and you have so many opportunities to take it a bit slow as well, not just always be in the face of your opposition. That is something that everyone was doing here. Wherever they saw opponents, they were like, get in the vehicle, drive. No, they just drove. However, I want to see a lot of like long range fire as well because that is traditional to Halo.
Yeah.
Yesterday, there were so many maps, especially on the map, in Recharge. We saw so much of that. However, here, regardless if it was a long range kill or a short range kill, it still went the way majorly of Team Bravo as they ended their tally with 184 points. That is 130 ahead of their opposition. 36 kills for hathoda.
Whew. Straight up hammering them, dude. Living up to his name. I love it. I love it. You love to see somebody who lives up to their gamer name, right? Same thing with Power. I think he's flexed on them pretty hard alongside Mackle, and you did see SMX going for some pretty nutty shots. On the other side, Arrow Gaming and Harsh will be tied together on 10 kills, closely followed by Kabbo on 9, and all eliminate with 5 being the tied number between Haley and Evil. So, yeah, it's a slow start for Team Alpha, but on a day where they're not expecting a very hard start. So it's not going to be any problem for them whatsoever. Sure, it's Halo. Now we need to see if Team Charlie is able to chase this number down. Because at the end of the day, even if you do get 1 point lesser in the overall standings, you are second place, which means you're going to get significantly lesser points out of the event. What, if I'm
Right.
not mistaken, 10 directly down to 6, or is it 8?
Yes, no, 10 directly down to 6 and then
Phew, that
2.
hurts. Oof.
Yeah, that one's a bigger fall as well. So, like, there's going to be a difference of 8 total points between the best performing team and the team who's going to be at the bottom of the table as well. So,
Yeah.
keeping that in mind, I mean, you really don't want to have the lowest score, and that's why Team Alpha, they'll have a lot more work to do as well. But now we'll be having a short, like, not a short introduction, in a short while, we'll be having our introduction to Team Charlie as well. And those guys, I want to see where they hold up. Like you just said, I want to see the benchmark being defined, being broken, or just being up to standard. Because that will lead to so many more interesting moments, not just for this match, not just for the final match of the day, but more specifically and most importantly for tomorrow.
I mean, we already see sort of a pseudo meta developing, right? With the way the first game did play. It's more about try to make sure that you guys are either in squads or you guys are completely a cavalry and pushing the front. Play the objective together, and when you're going to take fights, set it on the basis of positioning, height advantage, and basically trades, which is how it was played off in the game prior. Now, when you're going to meet two teams that have very similar play styles, that's when things get a little sweaty, right? That's when
Right.
those nutty plays, that's when those clip-worthy material actually has that impact, that it actually changes games. So I'm really looking forward to Charlie versus Bravo. It is going to be the test that we've all been waiting for here at the AMD Streamer Quest, especially if you're talking about Halo. This is the FPS game in the Streamer Quest, and these are a lot of influential FPS talent that we have. You know, a lot of these players have a boatload to rely back upon, and so should you. You shouldn't be excluded from any of this fun. So if you're in the market for a new laptop, do check out the description for some of the laptops powered by the AMD Ryzen, where you might be able to grab yourself that Xbox Game Pass for free as well. You know, a little
Oh, yeah.
birdie once told me, so many games for fun, dude. We're having fun just vibing. Hell, I think this is the second day I'm gonna watch Halo, so I'm pumped. This game is certainly giving me the shivers.
Absolutely. And it's giving everyone the smiles on their faces as well, watching their favorite personalities go through it. But keeping all of that in mind, yeah, the personalities, how well are they going through the match? We are now going to be jumping into our next match of the day already. We can see that competition is going to be close. I think this is going to be Team Bravo up against Team Charlie, and we
Yeah.
may see kills taking place very, very soon.
Very, very soon. A lot of utility being shoved out by Odd. Not able to land the dub. They're not able to land the kill. He get blown apart. Power. He has no chill as he starts this game the same way like he did the game prior. Just flexing on his foes.
Mm-hmm. And right now, okay, so no, I believe it's Team Alpha up against Team Charlie. This is going to be stream on squad as well. So Team Alpha, they'll be completing both of their games first, and then we'll be ending our day with Team Bravo versus Team Charlie. So again, regardless
Banger.
of which teams they're going to be playing, it's going to be another specific 10 versus 10 map. It's going to be the desert map. All right, new setting and a new opportunity and new avenues for these teams to start popping off as well.
But here's the thing, though. This is going to be a very important map for Charlie. This is where they need to make back that deficit that Team Bravo did gain from the match prior, right? Trades in, though,
Right.
and Evil trades off his comrade. Although we do see that same pseudo meta from the side of hathoda and gang. They're able to push this objective together. It's a good change of pace, though. hathoda, he ends up going down. No trade in sight. Although the position is being attacked from different fronts, so let's see if they find success elsewhere.
Yeah, and right now, oh well, it seems like it's gonna be once more Team Alpha versus Team Bravo here. We can see both the players and, well, all of the players here not really sure about the format. Then, however, well, hey, it's gonna be entertainment nonetheless. So, great stuff right now. And this, well, does provide the opportunity for Team Alpha to give a better competition. Already, we can see a much more closer, like, scoreboard. It's only 29 to 12,
For
not
now.
that big of a difference.
Yeah, for now, I think that's the important part, right? It's
True,
about how they
true.
approach these next few minutes that changes their face here in Halo. So do you see the sniper being picked up? Spamming it away. Good job. Nice kill. 14. They add one more to the tally. Slow and steady wins the race, CCV. At least that's the philosophy I believe in, and that's something that they're employing pretty well. A flurry of frags going her way, and there is reinforcements in the sidelines with the form of SMX, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, 35 to 15. You mentioned it, CCV. You cursed them. I know you don't believe in curses, but this one, it's on you.
I don't think it's a curse, but okay. It's more about rationalities as well. And so far, once more, yeah, the side of Team Bravo, and they are just absolutely picking off, their opposition. So great stuff right
Fast
now.
pace.
Yeah, look at hathoda. Look at the shots he's going for.
He's just flexing on them, dude. Look at the movement. He's bunny hopping. It's like Happy Feet wombo combo. Straight up. Penguin dances on them. And all that they're trying to do here is smile and wave, boys. You can see how they're surrounding the opposition It's like sharks going into a school of fish just for hunting. You isolate the school of fish, then you have yourself a meal. Yeah. This 48 frags so early on. Wow. All right. Team Bravo certainly are building quite the buffer. It's going to be a challenge now for Team Charlie as the seconds pass. Because, sure, 25 points, decent enough for Team Alpha, a team that's not looking to be that relevant in Halo. But that doesn't mean you let your foes have a free pass.
Yeah, no one. They aren't letting them go through with anything. There's gonna be no free pass, like you said. So keeping that in mind, so far, yeah, we are seeing a bit more of retaliation from the side of Team Alpha, but still they are lagging a
Just a
bit
bit.
behind. Yeah, but the good thing is they are limiting the amount of kills they're giving to the side of Team Bravo as well. That's far better because now the point tally isn't gonna be that big one. It's not gonna be like 180 points, rather it's just gonna be a far closer one.
That's time to tell, my friend. You never know when these boys are gonna pop the hell off. Again, you really want to question the likes of Macklin and Arm Power? We've seen that in the past. I love the
Yeah.
comms. Again, the comms are so steady on the side of Team Bravo, right? I just wish I could hear Shriman there, but it doesn't seem like his team is able to withstand this kind of a push. Hey, at least they're enjoying it, right?
Exactly. Absolutely so. They're enjoying it right now. And from the looks of it, this is going to be a best of three. Well, rather three maps between Alpha and Bravo, first of all. So far, it's going to be, a lot of action and a lot of opportunities for these players to go against each other as well. We went on one map. This is going to be the second one. And after this, there will be another map. So there is chance of a comeback for the side of Team Alpha. They just have to play it smartly, which they absolutely are. Look at Shriman getting another kill. That's a double for him in total. And he
Yep.
still maintains his position safe and sound. He's going to go for on one more. My God, what a play.
Yeah, he is going to be barraged though, and he's overwhelmed. Nobody to support him. Did more than enough for his team though. And like you said, damage mitigation, sure, they're eliminating more pieces from the front lines, which weakens the push that Team Bravo ends up going for. The communication a little hectic. You know what? Let's just enjoy a minute of the Team Alpha experience.
ओ मेरे पीछे आ रहा, देखो इधर
Wait,
Okay,
that's
so
so
communication.
इधर ये
No, piche aa gaya idhar dekho. So
Okay.
it's your ears playing trick on you, but I get it, my friend. I get it.
Yeah.
You know, one thing
I-
that's certainly playing tricks on the side of Team Alpha is the weaponry. I think they're getting barraged with weapons they don't know exist to some extent, at least some of these times. So, like you said, CCV, having a good understanding of the arsenal truly helps in your ability to take better fights.
Exactly. Yeah, you can situate yourself better depending on the gun you have. I mean, I know this is like basic knowledge for FPS titles, but if you have a long range weapon, keep your distance. But if you have a short range weapon, just close off. The Bulldog, we know, extremely lethal shotgun right now. That so many times you have seen in such great use. Even yesterday, it was a part of the clutch play that ended up getting the team the entire win of the cup. And it can be the differentiating factor right now as well. As we see a cheeky little double kill, it is going to be a double kill. Excellent stuff right now, and everyone from the side of Team Alpha, well, they're coming back into it and they're maintaining that number ratio. It's 107 to 41, so a bit more of the divide is there. However, it's not as bad as map 1.
Yeah, I'm not sure who that was, but we just saw somebody kiss a coconut right off the tree. So I just wish we have a replay of that. We have a nice lead in game 1 now. Lead slowly is getting at least it's somewhat getting slimmed down. It's still going to be 122 points on the side of Team Bravo though. With there still being a little time to go, do you expect there to be much of a difference, or do you think that this is a good job by Team Alpha to just make sure they do damage mitigation at its very best?
I think with the rate of progression at which Team Alpha are going, this is going to be a good stop for them for the map 2. And as soon as map 3 comes into play, then they can go in for the aggressive plays. And once they have an even better understanding of the mechanics of Halo, and once they know their opposition and how they play, they can counter that. Amidst all the chaos, they can hatch a plan and they can absolutely play on the basis of that. So for the side of Team Alpha, yeah, right now it's just damage control. Don't lose by a major margin and you should technically be fine.
Yeah, you should. The mini-map is going to be very essential for all these players, right? In such a lobby, you need to have a good understanding of where your teammates are, at least in terms of vicinity, because there is verticality to this map to some extent. And you'll also be able to see enemies in red. In case you're a little new to FPS, this is something that's more or less like your second eye when you need to get information. So that's what these players are going to rely upon. If they don't see any bodies on the screen, they're going to look at which teammate has gotten any eyes on any enemy, which will be visible on your mini map. Again, to your top left, bottom left, ladies and gentlemen. In case the FPS isn't your cup of tea, well, we here at AMD and TC look to make it a little easier. And Halo is one of those games where you can just hop on and you can at least experiment, find what suits you best. It tries to encompass as much of your skill in terms of, let it be tracking, let it be understanding damage drop off, let it be understanding movement. You can find, oh, pie. That is crispier than the chips I had with my tea, and boy, that, whew. Okay, I'm awake now. I don't need my second cup of coffee.
Tea and coffee? Alright, okay.
My goals are beyond your understanding, my friend.
But right now it's just gonna be water for these guys amidst this desert. Make sure it's not a mirage that you're seeing and it's actually an opponent that you start shooting, as that's gonna be some insane shots and melees by Ampar right there. Yeah.
I want Ampar to try flexing on stream, you know? He's called Arm Power, so you gotta see where the name's coming from.
Fair enough, yeah. And right now, the name of Team Bravo, well, they are really very brave with how they're playing. And they have made that kill tally up once more. They have high numbers. And we still have around 4.5 minutes remaining.
You were saying something.
This seems to be a better performance from their side than map 1 as well. And hey, you know what? I'm wrong. Team Bravo, they are getting better and better.
What do I keep telling you, CCV? Once you set expectations, you're just set to disappoint yourself. So, this is why you do not anticipate anything, especially heading into a streamer's quest. This is just gonna be an extravaganza. It's just more Mili action than we got to see in map 1. Oof. Pice up, that is delete straight up.
SMX, this man is running around the map, shooting anyone and anyone he sees, and he's getting the kills as well. That's gonna be Run Gaming being one more victim of this man's wrath, and yeah, just no one can stop SMX. How many kills does he have? He doesn't care. He's currently sitting on the 3rd highest frags right now. So, with not a lot of time remaining, I don't think Team Bravo have any major problems with them. They are about to near 200 points.
With the kind of clips that SMX is going for, I can see SMX going to give it here edit real quick. He's been on fire, and in this map more so the other, right? Sure, he might be more competent on the sniper to some extent, whipping out massive plays, but his pure ability to push and be unpunished is unfathomable. Look at this. He's still continuing to push the front lines with nobody offering any resistance whatsoever, CCV. This is what some of us call free real estate, Lamau.
Oh man, hearing all the streamers as well, just the sheer chaos that's going on. Just hear what's going on right now.
Kya hua? ADS hi nahi ho raha, dude. That is, yeah, they need a little more time to get accustomed to this. I'd say in a game like this, CQC is gonna be where the fun is at, right? Sure, sniping is very, very subjective to a lot of people,
Right.
but I enjoy the CQC brawl fest that we get to see in Halo.
Oh, that's the double zoom right there, okay. We want to see another great sniper shot. And I have my expectations up. I know you just said not to do that, but I'm not going to follow that. we may see something. Come on. Ah, never mind. It's gonna be. We're gonna get back to arm power using the thrust again. Excellent usage.
And
Could have
beast.
been that, but no. Healy deletes him off the server. So once more
21
side.
points. 222 points, CC.
That's even worse than before. However, Team Alpha, they also have a couple more points. Nita, absolutely. Yeah, she was isolated right there. Like, every one of her teammates, no one was there for support. Caught off guard, and not much she could have done. And that's one of the fundamentals, of any FPS title. Make sure you are not isolated, and make sure multiple members do not start fighting you. If you want to take a 1v1 gunfight, much like what Mackle just did, and guess what? He was successful in doing that.
Yeah, he's using the nades to the absolute fullest as well. Basically, the amount of damage that Mackle does even before he gets close range should be putting them in a position where one melee and bam, that's the kill secured. A lot of damage being done by the vehicle as well. That is not cool. See, everybody's tilted. The only
I get it.
Gadiwala that tilts me is in the morning when, the disposal comes. They play the
Yep.
song Gadiwala Aya. And it's like 7 in the morning when you just try to get to sleep. So, yeah, the second most annoying Gadi in the game. I mean, in my life for now.
Live, right. Yeah, if you live in Delhi NCR, then every car is annoying. But hey, oh well, I'm no one to complain considering Bangalore traffic as well. You know what? No, I
We
think
both
it's
have,
equal.
Yeah, we both have suffered the brunt of it. But talking about suffering the brunt, are we going to see a 300 pointer? Is that? I don't think that's
No, there's
possible.
not
Yeah,
enough time.
250 is quite the mark though.
Oh, absolutely so.
Like, wow.
Absolutely is. Yeah, so far, what a performance. Once more, hathoda being the top fragger, like, I think I saw like 42 kills. He himself almost got 50. By himself, within like 12 to 15 minutes, he got 42 kills. That is an insane statistic right there. The amount of multi-kills he got, everything was just on point. And once more, Team Bravo, what a performance.
What a performance, man. It's been I can't put it in any other way. It's been an amazing map too for them. They
Yeah.
looked dominant in the first, sure, but if that was any telltale signs as to what was coming, I'm not sure if Alpha would have been ready for this. You did mention the fact that Alpha did get a couple more points than their map prior, which is okay. It's nice. It helps them at least stay a little more relevant. The only question is, how is the Charlie factor going to play into this? That's what we're waiting for. But that's something that I think we need to wait just a little more for, because I don't think we're done yet with our Alpha Bravo romance. At least for now, let's quickly head to the highlight, because a lot of love and a lot of tactics were put to use in this. And I talk about love in a way where you see the front being pushed with such a force. See, just have a look at the mini map. Look at how they're setting up like predators, like piranha, and they see that one piece of meat, they're all gonna go for it. Especially with how it's been towards that 5-minute mark, when we did mention that, hey, you know what, this is actually looking pretty decent. Team Alpha are doing a good job keeping Team Bravo in control. That's when hit the fan and went berserk. That's, I think, the only way you can cap this, right? Look at the coordination. This is a brief display of what we need to come to expect from Team Charlie.
We need to see a lot of firepower, because the hopes of Team Alpha lie in a way onto Team Charlie. Because yeah, Team Alpha, I don't think they're looking for the top spot right now. They just need to find a way to seep into the second position, get an average amount of points, and then once the next set of games comes around, once we have Age of Empires, we have Forza, Overcooked, then they can get a couple more of those points as well. But so far, great stuff from the side of Team Bravo. No one can stop them. No one was able to stop them in golf, in Halo. It's the same result, and the highlights, the actions just speak for themselves. Every single kill favoring them. There was a bit of resistance, but it just was not enough.
Two games that I'm actually going to be real pumped to see Team Alpha, it's going to be Minecraft and Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves, for creative reasons, you have people like Shriman, you have people like Evil. These are players who can role play like there's no tomorrow. So it's going to be really fun to see how they're going to be in Sea of Thieves. Let's also hope that they could maybe offer a little more resistance. What do you think in terms of the overall s- in terms of the overall game, do you feel like Team Alpha are having more of that fun time? Because at least for me, it feels like everybody is able to frag to some extent. They all understand that, this game might not really be that favorite to them, so might as well take as much fun as you can. You take your W's where you find them, my friend.
Yeah, you absolutely have to. There's so many avenues which are connected to the streamer quest, so many ways in which the streamers are winning, whether it just be, whether it can be the 5 lakh cash prize that they'll be getting, that the team will be getting, the entertainment, the subscribers, more viewers in the journey as well. No matter what it is, the streamers are just here to have fun, and that they absolutely are, irrespective of the result in game. But hey, if you kill more people, you are bound to have more fun.
Yeah, you're bound to have not only more fun but more points. Because right now, one kill equates to 1 point, and
Right.
yeah, we've already seen Team Bravo run away with a boatload of them. So heading into this entire system, I love the fact that this is going to be that team deathmatch kind of mode, right? If it was any other mode like capture the flag or whatever, I'd be like, although rotations could be the name of the game, that's not really how you'd want to see streamers duke it out and
Right.
win. You want to see them fight for it. You want to see them get into the derby like there's no tomorrow. And that's what we got to see from Team Bravo. They had no fear. Their commitment was absolute, where they pushed the front lines together. They had beautiful trades set up. More importantly, they were able to make so much chaos that half the time Team Alpha were looking in the wrong direction. Now, a vital part of aiming is looking. Just putting it
Hmm.
out there.
Is it? I don't think you need to look. Look, having a look at my rank teammates as well, nah, I don't think looking is a big part of aiming. All you
Okay.
do, hold mouse one, pick every single angle, and just
Mhm.
don't stop. That's it. Simple.
I mean, that's
It's
what
like,
Mackel was relying upon. That's why he got the back turn on so many occasions. The W Warrior just does not stop.
mm-hmm. Yeah. And yeah, in my rank matches as well, the W Warriors, they just don't stop dying. Yep.
I feel the pain, man. I feel the pain, and I think that's why we have the Xbox Game Pass, right? When you feel the cringe, when you have the heartbreak of something that you love so much. Sure, you love gaming, but you love it to a point where it gives you a bad vibe. That's where this saves you. You not only have games like Halo, but you also have Forza, Overcooked 2, Sea of Thieves, Minecraft. So you have games where it's not necessarily about competition. It's all
Right.
about just taking a back seat and enjoying the weekend. And this is the perfect start to the Saturday, man. I'm hoping that we get to see so much more action because the night just started.
Oh, we absolutely will. We'll be seeing a lot more action right now, up and coming as well. We still have match number three, underway of Alpha versus Bravo. This saga is not gonna end anytime soon, and I am all here for it. The
Yeah.
streamers, they want either more domination in the case of people like Hathoda and Arm Power, who are absolutely, wrecking through their opposition. And in terms of the members of on the side of Team Alpha, they want revenge and they want it start. They would not like to wait any bit or any longer as to how soon they can kill their opposition, because I think they would like to get their hands on those power weapons and just ram through whatever defense has been set up from the side of Team Bravo.
Yeah, yeah, correct me if I'm wrong here. So the first two maps that we did get to see were, I think, in my opinion, a little more open. They had more of the nature encompassing it. It's not really in like a building or anything CQC, right?
Right, right,
So
right.
as we're heading into this, when we go more towards that CQC range, when we go a little further towards actual team fights, do you think that's when the tables change? Because I think there's still a little time left in our Alpha Bravo Tango here.
I think no, with 10 versus 10, the thing is almost every map is a bit open. And yes, there's going to be a lot of avenues for close quarter combat. I have to agree with you on that, and I love to see that. However, a bit of those openness does allow so many of those rat plays, like you always say, and so many of those backstabs that the members of Team Bravo tend to do. That sooner
Yeah.
rather than later, the members of Alpha are going to be stuck between a rock and a hard place, and it's going to be very difficult for them to essentially escape out of that region. It's they going front, they'll face the cavalry of Bravo. Behind, they'll face backstab warriors, ninjas as well. You're not really sure what to do. So going into close quarter combat, going into a very small area with 4 people, nades are just such a viable option, and with 3-4 nades being lobbed at you, it is imminent death.
And that's something that we saw Team Bravo do so many times, especially on
Right.
map 2. We saw them always consistently find a way to get that damage in. And if they get CQC, they either have the gun or they have the melee. And we talked so much about the kills. Let's see where they stand in the scoreboard. Hathoda, as usual, with the carry duty. So you have our main man there on the podium looking flawless. SMX and Arm Power, again, being that stable backbone, very close to tying it out with each other. With a little bit of a drop off, though, comes Tabby and Mackle. At least with the 21 kills that Mackle did get, most of them seemed like he just finessed on them, not gonna lie. So that was impressive. Even though he doesn't have the numbers, he does have the swagger.
Certainly. So, and a far better performance from Team Alpha. I mean, they almost double their kill tally. That is really good. Team Bravo, yeah, granted, they have now broken the 250 mark. That is a new. That's a new benchmark that's been set. A thought of 42, 39, like you said. But even on the Alpha side, focusing on them, yeah, a lot more members nearing that double digit mark. You have the Captain Shreeman on 9, Kabbo as well had 9, Haley Sphere on 8, and then you have so many members who cross that double digit mark. The only thing is, all that's well and good, but everyone on the side of Team Bravo got double digits at the very least. Even towards the bottom, Sway, Pooja, Willie, they also have consistent performances. So Team Alpha, it's just that their entire roster has to step up to the plateau, which is at times can be a lot to ask, because like we have talked about, a lot of these streamers, they may not be as well acquainted with Halo as their competition. So getting that much prominent in that game in such a short amount of time, it's a very hard ask.
Exactly. And even though Sway, Pooja, and Willie might have 14 frags, it doesn't matter. They played the team game, which is most importantly, what's going to win you that game. It put people
Right.
like Hathora, people like SMX, people like Arm Power in a good position to deliver impact. And impact they did deliver, very visibly so. Team Alpha, I'm just wondering what Team Alpha versus Team Charlie will end up looking like. It needs to be the same way, or else it's gonna go easily the way of Team Bravo with the way Halo is shaping up. In, of course, day one, we also have another day, so the action and the excitement doesn't just end today, man.
Yeah, certainly so. I mean, there's going to be so much action right now. And then overall in the Streamer Quest, I mean, the entirety of March just have so many games. And the Streamer Quest is just this month-long event. Like the main, which has the main purpose of, essentially providing entertainment in all ways, shapes, or form, which kind of is symbolism for the streamers participating in it as well. Because no matter what the streamers do, no matter which game the streamers play, what they stream, it's
Yeah.
entertainment all throughout. So that's a great bit of like I said, symbolism. But again, going apart from history or English honors, sorry, coming back to the history in between both of these teams, it is a lot that has already been formed, not just with Halo, but in Among Us as well, in golf as well. I really haven't seen so much of the Among Us highlights. I really would like to. There must be like that personal rivalry. Ah, he was the imposter. He killed me. You know what? I need my revenge on that person. There could have been absolutely something like that. But apart from that, I'm looking forward to seeing map number 3. I want to see the map as well, the dynamics, because yeah, all of these 10-man maps, they are very different than the competitive pool of the maps that we saw in the Community Cup. Those maps, yes, a couple of them were large as well, and a couple of them were really focused on close quarter combat, and
Yeah.
in each of their own right, they were amazing. But the game modes, yeah, they did differentiate a bit, because you would like to play something like deathmatch in a close quarter combat setting, but at the same time, something like strongholds, you have to capture certain points and all. It's not really very, very viable, and that just led to a lot of entertainment for me, because Aggressive, he was annoyed by a specific map and strongholds there, and guess what? The teams every single time they went for that very map. But apart from that, yeah, we had a great bit of fun on the Community Cup. Make sure you catch the wards as well here at the Esports Club if you take a look at our previous broadcast, because towards the end, with how close they got. It was like 100 points and 98 points. That was the difference with how the teams were winning, quite literally. But now on the streamers end, it's a lot more entertainment, it's a lot more light-hearted. However, still, there is ranks of competition. There is competition nonetheless. And heading into map 3 as well, which hopefully we can very, very soon, there's going to be that. This is the final chance Team Alpha will have until tomorrow to get their revenge on Bravo.
Yeah, alongside checking the VODs, checking what happened before, and also subbing and hitting that bell notification so you know about everything that's happening, in the future. Whenever we go live, whenever anything new happens, you also should go check out every single streamer who's playing. At the end of the day, it's a very fun event, and I love the... Wait. Okay. We're gonna come back to the game real quick. A whoopsie just happened is the best way I can put it. But hey, you know what? Time is of no shortage whatsoever. Hey, it's just 7:30 in the evening. The night's still very, very young. So even for these streamers, even for us, I think a good 5 minutes and we should be back in that game. But like I was saying, we have a lot of great content ahead in the AMD streamer quest. We not only are having Halo this weekend, but later on this week we'll also have Age of Empires, followed by Forza over the weekend. Then we'll have Overcooked 2, we have Sea of Thieves, we have Minecraft, and at the very end, towards the 29th, which is a Tuesday, we'll have the final stream revealing the winner. The winner is going to be graded based on how many points they end up getting through each of the event, and you know how it works. The winner takes all.
Yeah, exactly. All of these teams, just one motive, that is to be the winner. Plain and simple. Nothing else can be said about it because only the winning team is going to get that 5 lakh rupee prize. So that's all they're playing for. They don't care if you're second or third, you have to be at the top. It's kind of like single elimination brackets that we have seen in other tournaments here at the Esports Club as well. Either you're in it or you're out. No second chances, nothing of that sort. You need to win, plain and simple. But keeping that in mind, these streamers as well, I'm really interested to see. Obviously, we can't hear the streamers right now, but what must they be talking about during these off breaks in the matches? Like, are they discussing strategies or are they just tending to the business of their chat, going through, all what the people are saying about the game, about their performance and things like that?
I don't know. I think I remember Pooja and Binks having a small banter saying that Halo is going to be important for them. And I think right now Pooja be thinking, you know what, we playing Fly. We got 250 points in the bag already. So for all that concerned, things are a really good start. And they need to see how much more they can take the start, right? The onus now is on Team Binks and Co. Sure, they have great members to make work with, but the work ain't going to be a piece of cake. That's the only difference.
True. Yeah, there's a lot to play for right here and a lot to keep on your mind as well once you're in the game. Because keeping track of like 19 other members right beside you, 9 of whom are in your team, 10 of whom are against you, is a big task for any streamer. Alongside, the stream, the macro side of things that we need XYZ points in order to stay in the competition here in the streamer quest. We need this, we need that. It's a lot to take in. So the streamers, they must have a lot of balance in their minds. And now we are back up. It's going to be the final 15 minutes of Alpha up against Bravo. So let's see how this final map pans out. So far, my money's with Bravo. I think they may win. However, I would love for Team Alpha to prove me wrong.
Sure, my money is on Bravo as well, but my heart goes to Team Alpha. I think Shriman won it with the way he started this tournament. Let's see how he's going to end it. Hopefully in better fashion, because let's face it, we all have good days, we all have bad days, CCV. So far, pretty good day for Team Bravo, as they look to maybe build upon whatever momentum they've gained in the past 2 games. We surely know that they exponentially gotten a boost with the performance in map 2, so they're going to be looking forward to a little bit more and build that margin to make sure that they can completely eliminate the idea of a Charlie comeback. Although very, very similar approach being employed here by Team Bravo as they stick together. They use the power of friendship yet again. They are getting isolated frags, but the deficit's not grown just yet. It's still 5-5, and I like that this is aggressiveness being shown by Team Alpha. They are not shy and they will not be beaten into submission.
Yeah, hopefully so. They don't give anything like that as arm power. Wait, huh? I'm sorry, that he didn't even scope in from that range. He got a kill. He's just like he's just there. He doesn't even need to move. He's what's the word for it? He's standing, not standing, like a word a synonym of that. He's
Trying to dig your brain as well. He's well, his boots are dug into the ground, and I don't think
whatever.
that they're gonna stop him. Sure, you need an immovable force for this equation to work, but he's an immovable. I mean, you need an unstoppable force, but he's the immovable object that would be in that equation. On power, you can see that his comrades are all the way in the back lines. Nobody close to trade or support, so he's more or less isolated in his attempts to get more frags here. Although the start, though, we mentioned that it is 5-5, 8-8, cool. It's keeping things close. Suddenly, it's 28-6. As I think I maybe have lost 20 seconds. So that is showing what kind of a front line that we have from Team Bravo. They are moving in with unison, and they're able to get every single frag going their way. Now I know why they call him arm power. Straight up obliterated him close range.
Okay, all right. He's instructing his team right now. You know, this feels like you know how in military you have the sub ranks as well. You have the primary superintendent. No, that's police. You have the corporal general, or the whatever, and then you have like a sub rank as well, right?
And,
Yeah. The same thing. I said the same thing, but I'm thinking more like medieval warfare kind of, where each captain is leading their charge. As okay, I have to cut my point. Pooja has got active camo. She's confused by it, but active camo, as long as you're not sprinting, you're gonna be invisible to your enemies. She has a lot of power wielding in her hands right now, or rather a lot of power, you know, entirely through and through. And with the active camo, she can do so much. She just has to realize, don't sprint. Can she find someone? Oh, she's fired. The active camo is gone, and so is the opposition. So still, I'd say that for the time being, for the first time for Pooja discovering what the camo does, it's been good.
Damage. Ooh, they took each other out.
it's a
That was
trade.
the way you end it. Evil and Pooja going fist fight mode to get their respective teams that crucial point. Evil, that point's going to be crucial for his team more so than ever. And Sunita trying her very best. If I'm not mistaken, she did get one knock there, so very good on her. You just need to see this a little more often, right? People from Team Alpha just being able to individually hold their ground as Run Gaming completely gets run over. I love the comms.
Yeah, I love the comms. Oh, Hathoda, he's got the energy sword.
Hathoda's got the Hathoda.
Let's see
That's how
what-
we need to quote this, dude.
Nah, that's
think
the
he's
energy.
everything in Hattori.
We have a Hathoda. No, we have a different Hathoda. This is the energy sword. This is special. This is in the hearts of every.
Oh
hero
yeah, we
player.
have that thing that broke the vehicle, right? That
The
big
the mace.
hammer.
I think it's called the. I think it's called the mace only in medieval times at the very least. However, yep, one energy sword. That's a second. Come on,
Let's go!
Support for him.
Another
That's
one.
Support.
Assassin's Creed.
Absolutely what I wanted to see. This is exactly what I wanted to see. What a performance. There's a reason this man stopped fragging.
Dude, straight up Assassin's Creed vibe. Not even gonna lie. It looks like a nice cinematic to take your foe down, but it's a very good start. A start that Team Bravo wanted, and they got it. Already neck deep into this, they have secured their 50, which rounds the total to 302. So they are certainly farming up the points. Evil, you need to get that frag, bro. Come on, good job on you. Took a little bit of effort as he tried the cart and dart, but whips out the gun and gets the fun at the end. This is nice action that we're getting to see. Even the side of Alpha using the vehicles to rotate, using the different guns in the arsenal. Although not to the same extent and avail as Team Bravo have.
Yeah, certainly not. However, okay, You've got once more, you've got Tamizhan. He's been a bit of a quiet guy right now. So far on the leaderboard as well from his team, we haven't seen a major performance. But I'd like that to change. And already he's playing it smart. He's going into cover when he knows his shields are gone. He's taking his shots, but still he's not able to capitalize. Maybe he needs to ADS in and then figure out as hathoda. Oh, he's right here in the Warthog. He knows the opportunities he'll have to kill people. He just needs to, correctly be in the position and not have his car upside down.
Wow.
Oh, this is like the opposite of all my
Yeah.
friends. All my friends want to drive. Here they don't. Okay.
That's weird. I
Yeah.
thought it only Crips who's like the guy who doesn't want to drive. Nah, it's a lot of other people in life. At least it gives me a little, happiness that it's not only me suffering on the driver's seat all the time. Well, you said that there's a lot of responsibility on his hands, and I think he's delivering with the chain gun on the
Totally
vehicle.
so.
He's certainly
Totally
making us
so.
feel the Grove Street vibe, isn't he?
Yeah, he's going for the, what was it? Something and dot? You give a specific name to it. Something and dot, like a run and gun.
Oh, cart and
um,
dart, straight up.
Dot and dot, yeah. Now the name of the vehicle is Warthog. I need to think of something similar to Warthog.
Are you serious? Dude, that is legit like a GTA vehicle steal. That was Grand Theft Auto in Halo right there. Wow. Imagine being thrown out of your own car, CCV. I mean, I hope you get there one day. In a little time you will, but it doesn't feel good. It's like someone coming into your own house, going into your fridge and having your ice cream that you save for after the show. Now, how would you feel? Oh, we got it! We got it!
Oh,
We got the hammer! And it's on Mac Hill. Is he gonna go berserk? Why is he throwing nades towards SMX? Same friend there, my friend. I mean, I call him my friend, now I'm a little scared. Hopefully a nade doesn't lops into my studio.
Hey, trust me, it's gonna go into your fridge and then your ice cream is gonna be ruined. But, okay. Anyways.
cool.
Not the ice cream anymore. That's gonna be melted. Just like your hopes of eating that after the broadcast. But, okay. Anyways, apart from all that, Team Bravo, once more, they have a lead. It's not that considerable, but considering only half of this entire map has gone and they're already on 115 points almost. Yeah, Team Bravo are just entirely leading the charge, and Team Alpha have no reply whatsoever. Whatever they're trying, they're just being bombarded. And no matter who the person is on the side of Team Alpha, sooner rather than later, they're meeting the same fate of being a casualty.
Yeah, they are. And at this phase, it's at least nice to see Team Alpha stick together. This push from Tamizhan actually ends up paying dividends. They do trade. Nice comms. And Mako, I thought we'd get to see the hammer. We're not gonna get it from our W key spammer though.
Man, I love these multi-screen, like not breaks, but like.
I love to hear the chaos. That's what I
Yeah,
love.
exactly. That's what I love about it. I was finding the word, but like just all the streamers together, going through it, all the comms. It just gives you a perspective as to what exactly is going through in the headphones of the streamers, as well as they are hearing all of this happen live, and they have to continue playing. Oh, it's a lot. It's a lot that's happening.
Yeah. I think it's Team Alpha a little less pumped than Bravo. Bravo are feeling it. They are absolutely feeling it. Although Mackle is feeling a little stone cold, but at the same time a little silent. Not the kind of guy you'd want to mess with.
Certainly not. He goes for the drop shield as well, protects himself from any nades going through. Lobs one himself towards the bottom left. Look at Mackle, double kill for his side. And yeah, every single person getting those frags. That's a total of 3 kills he got right there.
Did he trade it out?
Stream on Arrow. I think he did.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's interesting. The Mili really coming in clutch at those kind of situations. They just gotta know. Well, better late than never.
Oh, the Scorpions here. This can be deadly if put in the right hands. Can Team Alpha get in? Yes, they do. And that's gonna be another spot. Is it gonna be safe? Not really sure how to enter. But I think that's the unfortunate for Tamizhan. Just gets obliterated by just his opposition coming from every single angle. And as we can see on the kill feed right here, someone's got the energy sword. I'd like to see that in action. As with the sniper,
Scope.
really precise shots. Yeah.
Harsh gets the revenge though. Trades in. This game is not closer than before, but at least it's a little more action packed. That's what I can give this game, CCB. A total of 150 points is what Team Bravo are about to touch. 152 now. Whew. This is gonna be hard for Charlie. That's all that's on the back of my mind, CCV. I know I bring this up even though I've not seen them play yet or anything, but that's quite significant to the overall bigger picture of this tournament.
पास आ गया था
True, true. I mean, yeah. Halo by far can be one of the most important titles we have here at the Streamer Quest, just because of the one reason we've been talking about all throughout the day. Double points. SMX now from long range. He's going for those assists, putting in a lot of the work. He may not be getting the kills, but now, well, he's not going to be alive. Well, not until the next 5 seconds go over. And speaking of time, there's only 3 more minutes remaining. Team Bravo, they've got 155 points. 76 for Alpha. So good stuff. And SMX, yeah, that is just that's pain right there. Respawning and then dying once more. You're not really sure how to continue.
Being left in a spot of not only dismay but clueless death, yeah, not the way you'd like to go down. And I think with the way the morale has been over at Shriman Legends camp, that's avoided, right? Even though they might be having a bad time in the game, cough cough, they're not having a bad vibe whatsoever. They're enjoying. They're talking it out, they're laughing out the lulls, and that's exactly how you need to approach a game like this.
Yeah, I'm really curious. You know, I really am interested to think, and I have this curiosity as to what exactly and how the fans of the members of Team Alpha feeling right now. Because surely they have to maintain a positive environment in the chat as well. Obviously, if the streamer does something funny, you have to call them out on that. You have to be like, yo, guy, that was a fail right there. What were you thinking? However, if Team Alpha, you know, someone is constantly dying, the audience has to make sure that he or she, they don't get a bit disappointed or just, you know, saddened by their performance. So they have to keep the morale up as well. And if you're a fan and if you would like to see your favorite streamer winning and keep on winning, and if they aren't on that path right now, well, make sure to spam some lovely support for them in the chat, whether you're watching this stream right here on the Esports Club or some other stream and you're planning on watching it later on. Make sure to stay positive in terms of your words that you're using, as right now these teams, they are about to close out this Trinity. They are about to close out the saga that we have been seeing
What
for a
is that?
while. We are going to go to the end. Oh,
Yeah, they're pushing the 4th tier, but it's close to the end as well. Sunita b-hopping her way. What's happening with the It sounds so funny. Sunita, she's regretting the fact that she's not the one in the
Mili.
tank. She's like,
Mili.
I want to be the
करना पड़ेगा
Sunita.
I think I have never seen someone melee the tank. How have I...
चलाना नहीं पड़ता I think
Ah, you know, when I said, like, when you put like people who aren't as experienced in a game in complete freedom, then you see what happens. This was one of those plays. Melee on a tank, yeah. Nades, I think, from every single game that we have played in our life, which has tanks and explosives, nades
doesn't
are
do the
far better than
It doesn't do the
punching.
job though. You need that big hammer, bro. That's what I want to see.
Well, right now it's gonna be the time hammer going and swinging on these players. This concludes our 3rd map as well. 185
points
to
though.
108. Yeah, better performance from Alpha.
Yeah, so progress. That's all we're getting to see here. Triple digits. Now
Exactly.
that's good to see. 108 is something that you'd be more than happy to take home.
Right.
I'm just wondering, man, with how this went. Team Alpha, sure, they did not get many kills. They did get a decent bit of points in Game 3, though. That's something that they've wholeheartedly deserved. But the way their entire comps was, dude, it put a smile to my face. It reminded me of lobbies from back in the day. That's just good old action fun there.
Mm-hmm. Certainly, yes. We had a heap of entertainment right now just watching these teams, and man, was it a saga. 3 different maps, 15 minutes each, going through it back and forth, kills after kills after kills. Very soon we can have a look on the highlights of map number 3. And here it was far better. Yes, there was a difference towards the end. However, triple digits for both of the rosters, great improvement on the side of Team Alpha. Everyone was putting in the work, and that was certainly seen. Not just the people who had the highest amount of kills, but even towards the bottom of the lower ends of the table, the people, they had great performances, and they had, I wouldn't say stellar results, but far better results.
Even though the last map was a little more closer and a little more sweatier, you do notice the significance of a highlight clip, right? Which is missing here. And I feel like we could have gotten a couple of clip-worthy moments. Kind of disappointed by that, but hey, life is as it is, and we have so much more action ahead of us, especially the clash between Bravo and Charlie. So of actions what you tune in for, ladies and gentlemen. I think you just need about a few more minutes, because that's when the heat truly will start picking up here at Halo Infinity.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So, yeah, this time that we have right now, yeah, don't take it for granted. Make sure you take rest as well, and you enjoy the highlights, because as soon as live action starts, once more you're back into the game, and you're just gonna keep on wondering when it's gonna be the next set of multi kills. And as hathoda, this was my favorite play of map
That was
3.
the highlight of the
Yeah,
map. Augur's play.
absolutely. Map 1, it was SMX and his sniper. Map 3 was hathoda and the energy sword.
Straight
Map
up.
2, I'm trying to think. The desert map. What was very funny? Or like the
Map 2,
highlight.
we got to see a lot of nades and some melee finishers coming in
True.
from Mackle and the
True.
co as they were pushing the fort. So we got to see a lot of that. We got to see a lot of kills
Yeah.
being strung together as well. This, however, is something that I like to mention. Straight up GTA car steal. Straight up. Ooh. I can't imagine being done that dirty. Thank God Halo has a wide array of weapons for me to choose how I want to destroy my foe. Either completely explode them and make them fall into smithereens, or maybe a very well placed no scope where you just go complete MLG 360 no scope style, yeet it in.
Yeah, all of those are very viable options to
Very
do that.
vital.
Yeah, especially the no scope. Yeah, the thing is, I mean, I've also learned this. Sniper actually quite accurate, because you have the crosshair even with the no scope, which you won't on a lot of other FPS titles. But it's really great stuff. And yeah, you can hit those no scopes, but you still need to have the crosshair placement, which granted, these members and these streamers surely did. They had all of them with their side. They had the experience to aid them, some more than others, but everyone gave an excellent performance. And I really loved seeing Team Alpha up against Team Bravo. Later on, I want to see the rematch, and who knows, with how the improvement of Alpha has been, getting slowly but surely more and more points, one time, at least for a single map, we may see a very close fight, and perhaps even a win.
All right, so a bold prediction, and only time will tell.
Yeah.
Like we've been saying, this is a system where we're rewarding 1 kill for 1 point, sure, but at the end of the day, it's about who has the most points, and not today. At the end of day 2, that's when the difference truly lies. Till then, it's gonna be a very strenuous round robin system. So every
Yep.
team is gonna face each other one or the other way, and we're looking at who is gonna be the best at the end. So far, Team Bravo, they're certainly building up a nice repertoire in Halo, but it's not till infinity and beyond yet. So they can't just, be happy and be content. Team Charlie, they're going to be on the run. They're going to be chasing, and they have an objective to chase, which makes the chase so much more objective and meaningful.
Absolutely. So, yeah, great stuff we have seen. And for the side of Team Charlie, like you said, I have to agree. They have a lot of work to do, and they can get a realistic expectation on where they would like to be in the overall leaderboard. I mean,
Yeah.
after all, for the entire streamer quest, you want to be on top. Long story short, doesn't matter. However, taking a look at how you would want to take it for Halo specifically, you can be happy by getting a solid mid-tier performance, which is where Charlie ended up after golf. But where did the players end up after map number 3? Well, it's gonna be YT hathoda once more. Triple top frag for him. He cannot be stopped. And once more, we had great performances overall from these members from the side of Team Alpha as well. A couple of dull moments here and there, a couple of players who couldn't really be up to the mark as they were previously, but still, what a match it was overall. Harsh with 22 kills.
Fact that SMX took this opportunity and just tied his kills with Hathoda. Nice pairing that we get to see on Team Bravo. And this is the pairing that we kind of expected, right? We expected SMX, we expected Arm Power, we expected Mackle to be performing. Now Hathoda is being an absolute mad lad. He's not only done great in golf, like you said, but he's also playing put golf here with his enemies. He's literally just tapping heads and putting them in different holes. So yeah, he's delivering above and beyond. I'm still interested though. What if we get a chance to see something out of the ordinary? I want to see something gimmicky today, which is something I think we'd get to see between Team Bravo and Team Charlie. Two teams which are a little more proficient in FPS, at least two teams where their players are a little more proficient in FPS, right? So you might just see some gimmicky team play. What I'm hoping for right now, CCV, is something related with movement. I love the gunplay. I love the dynamic that Halo has. Now, if you add movement into that mix, now imagine being absolutely wrecked by somebody who's just bunny hopping already, that done enough damage to you and just has to come close range and melee your what's left of your body. So those are things that I'm going to be looking out for. Those are the Tom and Jerry shenanigans that I'm expecting.
Absolutely so. I want to see those plays. Yeah, for me, it's going to be the same thing as well. You know, you've got to make sure, like, giving these streamers total freedom, it allows so many opportunities to pop up. So, with all that, you know, keeping in mind, I'm going to be like, yeah, maybe the next match will go for something along the lines of that. But otherwise, I'm trying to think that what else is something I want to see. We've seen good enough plays, but I don't know. I want to
A
see like,
tank v tank? No, that's going to be interesting.
ooh, could be,
Oh,
yeah,
what
because
about a convoy fight? Now we have those jeeps, we have the tanks, we have everything along with the players going in as infantry units. Now that's just straight up war vibes, which yeah, I love it when it's with these weapons. You know, it's part of the reason I love
yeah,
Star Wars. It's part of the reason I think I might consider getting that Xbox Pass so I can enjoy both on Halo and on Forza, just on my Women Mercy.
mm-hmm, not seen Star Wars. Okay. Crips also was disappointed in me for that. I don't know. So many people are disappointed for that. I don't know.
I mean, it's just your
I've
age,
not seen
bro.
it.
Maybe
I mean, not really. No, just not
dude,
interested in too much sci-fi.
I'm gonna be
I don't know
honest.
what to
Back in the
say.
day, I think it was Cartoon Network. So this is like 2005. There used to be like nice
Right.
Star Wars cartoons and stuff back in the day. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
a generation where we used creativity to further our horizons, and that's something that's then the streamer quest as well, right? Not only do we have sweaty games like Halo, which do involve a little bit of your creativity, but we also have things like Sea of Thieves, Overcooked 2, where it's gonna be more based on how familiar you are with the game, and Minecraft as usual, where it's gonna be creativity that wins you the games, and creativity is gonna be judged not only by us but also by you guys. All that will be shared with you a little more. And I think the best way that you don't miss any of this is hitting that subscribe and the bell. So anytime we're up with what some of the best content here at the Esports Club, you'll be the first one to get to know.
Absolutely, and make sure you follow the Sports Club on all their socials as well to not miss not just any stream of the Streamer Quest, but not any stream in general. We have a variety of esports titles, tournaments, IPs, everything under the sun in this very channel with so much talent on board as well. So many different players. You know,
Yeah.
who knows? You may get a new favorite player, new favorite game, and you may start watching their streams, trying to get better yourself as well. As I'm sure so many of the viewers would try to get better at Halo, try to reach the level not just of the streamers but of like the professionals who are in this region as well. It's still a very new scene. I mean, this game only released in December of 2021. It's been about 4 months, take it or leave it, that this game has been up and running. So keeping that in mind, with the scene still being relatively new, even if you don't have a lot of experience, you can start grinding and make sure the next time there's any Halo Infinite tournament, which I sincerely hope there is, after the success of the Community Cup, I really would like to see more tournaments take up and be brought up. You can register for that with your friends as well. It's 4 versus 4. It's really amazing. It's a lot of fun, but so is the streamer quest. So make sure you're enjoying this as well. I hope you have been enjoying so far, because all of us watching certainly have. It's been heaps and heaps of fun. And next up as well, whatever we have, next up we're gonna have so much. I mean, we're going to have the next set of best of 3 as well. That's gonna be there. Just so much on the horizon and so much to look forward to.
Yeah, so much to look forward to. You talked about getting new games, getting on a grind. If you're going to be that dedicated and passionate, you need to make sure you have something good to grind with. So, if you are in the market for any new gaming peripherals, or more importantly, a gaming setup, you could go ahead and check out one of the laptops in the descriptions below, powered by AMD Ryzen, to deliver you the best gaming performance that is humanly possible. And you also stand a chance to get an Xbox Game Pass along with it. So, you get a lot of free games, you get a lot of free time, you get a lot of nice action. Alongside that, you have the best experience. Hey, if you're not in the mood for a laptop, AMD also makes pretty dope processors. I myself am repping a fine 900X. So yeah,
Ooh.
it delivers on all fronts that you need. And at the end of the day, when you're going to be playing a variety of games, like let's say you're going to be playing Halo today, it's an FPS game. You normally get about 200 FPS or 300 FPS, depending on your setup, and of course, depending on if you have an AMD or not. Alongside that, you have a game like Forza. Sure, you might get 60 FPS or 70 FPS, but that game, damn, it looks beautiful. I think that's maybe the best way you could spend your time when you're going to be at your home, right? If you're restricted from going out, especially UCCV, I don't think you can drive yet. So it might be a good chance for you to maybe get a good grasp of the wheel before you're of age.
Right. Uh-huh. Yes, because well, what are cabs? What are taxis? I don't know.
Exactly, dude. It's about drive, it's about power.
Oh,
You should be
God's
independent.
sake. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Independent in launching a game because I need help with that. Right.
Well, I mean, along with the steering setup, dude, that's actually a challenge. I'm not gonna lie. I've tried Forza on an entire steering wheel setup. That game is no joke. It punishes you if you don't brake properly. It punishes you if you don't accelerate properly. Should have a good understanding of how your car responds on the road. So, yeah, a lot of very close factors. And I think overall, the joystick is the best way to go with it so far. What do you think, CCV? Are you any bit of a joystick user, or are you
Oh
like
yeah.
just like me, keyboard mouse addict?
No. I play Formula One as well. It's joystick
Oh,
all the way.
okay.
But the thing is with Forza, feeling the car on the track, feeling the car on the road, it's not very realistic because here you don't have road. So that's that. That's more
You don't
often.
have road not found straight up.
Uh-huh.
Oh God.
Like you have road, but it's like bumpy. So that's
Hmm.
that. But
The next time I
anyways,
visit you, I need to be like very mindful of my transport then.
oh yeah, make sure you get a helmet. Yep, absolutely so. And make sure you get a shields as well so that no one can melee you and then, absolutely finish you off with a battle rifle. Who knows?
Dude, do you live in like one of these Halo houses or something? What's wrong with you?
I live in
Straight
streets.
up, Mac will come and Mac will peek you. Huh? Wow.
Uh, I
Exciting
am
life.
looking forward to seeing that. Not me living in Hill House, but Mackle Peak again. Once we see Team Bravo on the horizon, get ready for the next game. As that's exactly what we are doing as well, preparing next set of matches because we have done with one best of 3. We have a lot more tomorrow as well. We have so much more. So yeah, really exciting stuff. I mean, seeing how the first BO3 has gone, I
Yeah.
have expectations, and I think everyone for no, not only entertainment but for like the closest competition is looking to Team Bravo versus Charlie. I think
Yeah.
that is what is on everyone's minds, and I don't think anyone can deny that.
100%. I think there is still a little time before we do go live with the game. So if you're just tuning in, ladies and gentlemen, this is the AMD Presents Streamer Quest. And I think it's also noteworthy to quickly go back, rewind a little bit, and go through all the players and the teams, right? Because sure, it's been an hour-long journey as of yet, but there's still a little bit of the journey yet to go, and we might just get to see a new head-to-head. So we have 3 teams:
Right.
Team Alpha, Team Bravo, and Team Charlie. And as we look through those names again, I think now with a little bit of context, now we have about 2 maps worth of groundwork. Now with that, we can slowly start piecing together the puzzle and maybe also piece together what Team Charlie might have in mind with how we saw Team Bravo have a go at it.
Yeah, who knows? Syrafin and Charlie, they've got the talent as well. And they have one advantage that we haven't talked about so far. It's that they have seen their opposition play. They have seen the play style of Team Alpha and Bravo already. Now, yes, granted, 10v10, there's no specific play style strategy. It's just all out brawl. Wherever you can find opponents, shoot them. But seeing the caliber of your opposition gives you such a big advantage, especially when it's so recent. I mean, very, very soon we are going to be seeing Team Charlie play. So, with them having all this information, I'm sure the streamers are ready. They must have been watching a couple of the words. They must have been, interacting with the stream as well. They're happy, they're in the groove, and very soon we'll be able to see them in the server as well, ready to go. And that's exactly what I'm looking forward to as well. Because now, honestly, I don't think anyone can wait anymore. Everyone really just wants to see the next set of matches because so far Halo Infinite has not disappointed anyone. The game 100%. Overall, and plus in the streamer quest, yesterday we had the community cup. Right now the streamers themselves playing. We all saw the highlights, we all saw the war, we all saw how fun it was, hearing the comms as well. Everything that was being said, that was just sheer chaos. But amidst all that chaos, we found a bit of happiness and we found that joy of watching our favorite content creators play with each other.
100%, man. And I think we're gonna have another go at it. Are we? Well,
yeah.
The game's loaded up. And I am ready as I've ever been. I think it's been a while as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is gonna be the start of your action. So, if you did take a break, I hope that you put your seat belts back on because I guarantee you, at the end of this hour, you're gonna be at the edge of it.
Yes, you will be. So again, we're going to be seeing the first gunfight taking place. Oh, FA2. That's unfortunate death for him right there. But it's a trade overall. So it's still very close. I believe that, yeah, right now, shots being traded. Kritika's there. No, a grenade is going to be tossed. So all these members, now that we have Team Charlie in the server as well, what everyone has to be careful of is friendly fire. Because with friendly fire being enabled, you really have to think of where you're going for the shots and where you're throwing your nades.
Yeah, yes. That's gonna be the big thing. Are we gonna see the Mili? Yes, we are. Although it did leave her a little exposed. She does a decent bit of damage. I love that mentality. Like, come on, guys, let's go. Exactly the kind of teammate we need. And exactly the kind of play that Team Bravo needs to make. Of course, we have the biggest FPS personality down south, which is Batura right here. So he's enjoying his time. Another Mili. A very crucial game here, CCV. This essentially a little bit of damage mitigation done by Team Charlie, right? With the flying start that Team Bravo had, this is Team Charlie's chance to not only get points themselves, but also limit how much Team Bravo can grow. And it seems like that's what Lord Batura and co have in mind. You hear the comms, they're like nice trades, so you get that there is a meta heading into this. They have some kind of strategy. W kill. Yeah, I feel the salt, Binks. If only I could help you.
Oh, just unfortunate, but this is so much more closer. I mean, already we are seeing... I mean, it's far more closer than what we saw previously, right, with Team Alpha. This is what we're looking forward to, and this is exactly what we're getting. This is Bravo versus Charlie, and everyone is absolutely going for it.
Yeah, it's gonna be toe-to-toe, but the start... For now, if I'm not mistaken, has gone the way of Team Bravo, as Charlie are going to be the ones in the back foot, but by a merely 4 points. So, in that sake, it's more or less dead even. The more dead even this gets, CCV, is the more implications on the game that's going to happen against Alpha when Charlie does play them. So, this is essentially setting up their grounds to success right now.
Yeah, it's setting up so many avenues, and this is just once more, like we've been talking about, the players and the teams just figuring each other out. And then, like, as soon as map 2 and 3 go off, then we can see so much more action. And already having a look at Lord Batura, yeah, he is feeling it. In the middle of this chaos, he's shooting, lobbing nades. Can his team find some success? A bit of team damage right there. Come on, that's gonna be vehicle versus vehicle. My god, these Warthogs. Jesus. Oh.
Well, Seems like Batura is able to handle the pace. Did end up going down though. Steam's still there in the front lines. Ooh. I like this approach where you can see 8 people fight around the same objective, right? This is exactly what we got to see from Team Bravo in the map 1 they played in. So it's nice to see that both these teams have a very good understanding of how the maps are going to be played and more importantly, how the enemy is going to be playing as well.
Yeah, these teams, they're just looking for any sort of opportunity they can get their hands on. Because with the Brown versus Charlie, you have to capitalize on everything. Ah, unfortunate arm power. Again, having a great day already, and now taking a look at SMX. Yeah, the scores are really level for both of these rosters.
Oh, well, SMX, he's been on quite the spree today, right? Looking for him to extend that a little more, although it's a very dicey affair. Both teams trying to go head to head at the same location. Now you see that vehicular rotation. The pistol from SMX, that's a weapon that he's been favoring quite a bit, CCV. Is it by design?
No, I think everyone's just going for the sidearm right now because, yeah, because of the long time to kill, by the time you get through the magazine of your regular rifle, you run out of bullets. And obviously you don't want to spend the extra time reloading because we all know switching to your pistol is faster than reloading. So everyone's just going to go for that. And even with this rifle, you've got that, you know, rapid fire. It's not going to be burst like the traditional battle rifle Halo has. So with all that being said and done, yeah, so many players are just preferring their regular loadout because it is quite powerful in the right hands.
Yeah, but I think the important factor there is the right hands, right?
Yep.
Alongside that, the vehicles as well. I think that we've been seeing a lot of rotation use of the vehicle in the game prior. Right now, it's more like... You remember how there'll be demolition derbies where the entire point of having a vehicle is to make sure it's the last one standing? Kind of feels like that.
True.
Look at Faru, he's like, hello! Well, I think he did get the trade there. So, it's all not for vain. The numbers being so even though. Like I said, this is not gonna do anything for either team. I think it'll be a little bit to the detriment of Team Bravo if Team Charlie ain't gonna be able to get a good game against Team Alpha. But with the way this is so dead even, I find it hard for any team to have that kind of feasible advantage.
Alright,
11 kills on Batura though.
Yeah, Michael giving great callouts, and so far still the teams, they are level right now, 57-56. I mean, this is as close as it gets. This is like Halo Community Cup Grand Finals level of close right now. Michael takes the Warthog, has to pick up his teammates. Kritika, I'm not really sure what's happening to her. Maybe a ping issue or something. But once more, we are seeing just a barrage of nades being thrown. Stabby with 10 kills being the only person in his roster to reach double digits as of now, but very soon that can be overturned as we see an energy sword as well on one of the members. I think that's Willy Gaming. So the energy sword can really be a big factor into helping out because that's just one shot, one kill.
Is the energy sword one of your favorite weapons?
Not my favorite personally, but it's very interesting to see it because you need a lot of movement to evade your enemy's bullets, and then you go for the slash.
That's the one part of it I love. It has a completely different approach to it. When you have that sword, you'll be like, okay, I have the CQC weapon. Now I need my teammates to draw some aggro, buy some space so that I can sneak in, get close range, and get damage. That's the priority there. And of course, you need to have that support, right? Oh, close range fire and Vanny. If I'm not mistaken, getting the assist, which is gonna be a crucial part of this. We've seen Bravo do this team pushes, so Charlie, they're gonna have the same meta as they're heading into this map 1.
Yeah, Team Charlie, they're not gonna give this strat up. They're playing really nicely. They're maintaining their angles as well in the crossfires, and once more we are seeing so many trades happen. Oof, another bit of gameplay, and once more we are seeing just sheer decimation on so many angles. However, the score remains equal nonetheless. We haven't seen a change in that. We haven't really seen either one of these teams really trying to build an advantage, because as soon as some of the members are popping off, the other team gets caught in the crossfire, and because of that they have to bear the brunt of the force. that your enemies have, and thus the score goes nowhere. You're back to square one. It's just that the points overall are increasing, which in its own way is a great advantage because the team with the highest points wins. So this is just both of the teams, ensuring themselves against like Team Alpha, who don't have as many points right now.
Team Alpha, they might not have as many points right now, but they're certainly putting themselves in a position where they can have damage, right? It doesn't need to essentially be that they pop off every game. If they're able to maintain level head with Charlie and Bravo, it should be good. And not been the case so far with Alpha. At least with Bravo and Charlie, it's been more of an even case. At least right now, it's dead even. There is no success, at least long-term success, found by either of these teams. Both teams heavily reliant on the fact that trades are how they win this game, and that's been the name of the game so far. What is the gun?
Yeah, Mackle, no matter what gun you put into his hand, he can make work of them. So far, 11 kills, 10, that's still positive. And I think as individual streamers, not always looking at the group standings, the one statistic you have to look through is just your own KD ratio. Because in a game and in a format of the streamer quest for Halo, which is defined by kills and points, you need to make sure you're maintaining a positive KD ratio, plain and simple. If you aren't, then you're doing things wrong, then you're more of a liability to your team, and you need to shake up your plan very, very soon. As Binks, my god. Great long range stuff. He's gonna close the distance right now. Going for the rapid fire shots. Can he get another kill? That is the question.
He's playing very aggressive, has the tank to his left, so he can play infantry essentially as he flushes the lines alongside the big guns. He's not able to translate that into a kill just yet. Assists do come on through, but vehicles lost. This defeat comes at a certain cost. Both sides going toe to toe. But again, you just cannot put a stop to the tank without having the sufficient firepower, if you know what I mean. They need to have sophisticated weaponry to put this to a stop. Batura, I think he is the quote-unquote sophisticated weaponry that's going to push the front lines, and he's doing a pretty formidable job at it.
Yeah, he is doing an excellent job. I have to agree with that. Just constantly shooting. Wait, does this have infinite ammo? Because there's no end to that. But finally an end has been put to his menace as he dies by the missile. Yeah. Oh, but anyways, now taking a look at Willy as well. Everyone is just going for those shots, and SMX, he cannot be stopped with the launcher. He's going for constant kills. Mackle isolates an opponent, gets a kill assist. Now on to one more. He's got his size. How well can he fight? Look at this from the side of Team Bravo. They're moving as a unit, like you said, like traditional war cavalry. They're going together, they are attacking, and Team Charlie, they are under a little bit of a pressure because they are trailing by now what 15 points almost, which isn't a lot when you take a look at Alpha versus Bravo, but still 15 points is a bigger margin than we've ever seen at all in this map.
This is more about the fine margins that help you win close events, right? Now, again, had to put emphasis on this. This event is reliant on your kill points. Sure, you get 1 point per kill, but if you end up coming second by even 1 point, you lose 4 out of the 10 that you could have gotten. That is how much of a deficit there could be. So these are the fine margins that help you win events like this. And hey, even though it might be a fun event, there's always going to be competition and fun, and that's what we love to see from some of these streamers. So you're seeing players like SMX, you're seeing players like Lord Batura absolutely own the day. This is their battleground, and they are reaping all the rewards from it.
Oh my god. After right now, going with these shots, once more they turn around. They are leaving no stone unturned, checking all the angles. And with 2 minutes remaining, Team Charlie at a severe deficit right now. Either they hold their ground at the moment, try and get a couple of kills, or map 2 is going to be their only reconciliation. Because so far, map 1 right towards the end looks to go in favor of Team Bravo, and they're not getting stopped. Once more, another kill. Goodness me. can this squad being led right now that are leading the charge, as a matter of fact, like have any competition whatsoever? Team Alpha were not able to. Right now, Team Charlie, they are not able to either.
Nice one, he's dead, he's dead.
They aren't seen the cart and dart though, not working. At least Mako is. Oh my god. Well, I told nades don't do much to tanks, and that's the case where it actually did quite a bit. So, a good reconciliation price, I suppose. It's still though a 27-point deficit CCV. As the seconds pass, so does the deficit, and that's something that there needs to be a little eye towards.
Oh, what a melee kill. Unfortunate.
Disgusting.
Yeah, this is what we're talking about. In a large map, it just brings so many opportunities to go for these kinds of plays. You really can't, prepare against that. Sooner rather than later, you're going to be caught really off guard as we see the tanks collide, shots being fired, nades being tossed, and once more, everything is destroyed in the end. All lives, all what did it lead to? Death and destruction, as we see a great bit of melee right there. So once more, the members of Team Charlie, they are trying, but the deficit is still there. And with 20 seconds remaining, Team Bravo will be taking the win on map number 1. However, Team Charlie are really not that far off with how they have been performing.
They haven't been that far off, sure. The deficit though continues to grow. It's a slow drop off, but it's a noticeable one, CCV. One that's going to cost them later on in the tournament. As SMX and Gang are finding so much stability, it becomes harder and harder for Binks' team to fight back this way. At least map 1. It was not decisive, but it's a victory nonetheless. For the side of Team Bravo. And I just hope that map 2 gets even closer, because this, sure, was close to begin with, but as the game progressed, you saw that Team Bravo had a clear upper hand in this.
Right. Yeah, I guess for the side of Team Bravo, they're just figuring out their opponent's plans and then they counter strategy it, whether it be sneaky kills or just pushing as like 8-man roster while the 2 members went off to the sides, whatever it was, it worked in their favor. Plain and simple. And this is going to be another very important advantage for their side as well, because now once more, taking a look at the maps, they are in the point lead, not just with Team Alpha, but with Team Charlie as well.
Wow. Okay. Now, again, a lot of that could just be attributed to the fact that they had the second game. So it's more about the fact that Charlie still need to prove themselves, right? Off the bat,
Right.
Team Bravo were not looking this comfortable. It took them a couple of maps of warm up and self-confidence to some extent after getting these clip-worthy plays that they're able to play at such, I'd say, a vigor and a rigor to it, because it seems to be a little more solid, right? Whenever you see Bravo push, whenever you see them have a cavalry setup, it seems like with how they kind of did a trial and error acid test with Team Alpha, they found some mix that's working, and for now it's working. Cool. For how long though? That's a different question. We know that there aren't people in either that has Halo as their primary game, so it's going to be important for them to feel the comfort as early as possible. Like I said, it's about versatility that's going to win you the streamer quest.
You need to adapt. And this is a major talking point that was there in the community cup as well for Halo when we were seeing it for the first time in teams play, that you needed to be dynamic with their strategies. Make sure that you can improvise quite literally on the spot in the middle of the game, because Halo is a game, especially team deathmatch, that does not stop for anyone. It keeps on continuing. There's no format of rounds. It's constant action, second after second, minute after minute, map after map. There aren't going to be a lot of breaks, so you need that improvisation, and like I said, you need that bit of creativity to help your squad take the win.
Exactly. Halo, especially with a lot of its maps, it's like you're out in the nature, right? Out in the open. And out in the nature, out in the open, let it be a spider, let it be a snake. You can be a damn I'd go the length of camel, but you'd be scared of Bear Grylls if he rolls up on your desert, right? You do not want to become lunch. That's the kind of mentality that Team Bravo have right now. They're just making lunch out of Charlie, and it's about fighting back. We've seen that, Lord Batura, we've seen Binks as well come up with highlight plays of themselves. This needs to maybe have a little more momentum, a little bit more of a punch, if I say so myself, to get it past the finish line. And I feel like these members, they surely have enough of a punch. It's only about how and when they deliver it.
Absolutely so. Yeah, you've got to make sure that individually you can land those shots, and every single person, especially in Halo Infinite, when you have all 30 members competing against each other, every person counts. Regardless of the kills you have, you are going to make a difference. So you have to make sure you play to the best of your abilities and you do not falter at any step of the way. Even if you do, you will have the support and the comfort of your teammates being there for you, making sure you don't take it very literally, and then you can essentially go for like better plays. But right now, the teammates, the streamers, they are going to be preparing for map 2, and us right here at the Esports Club, we'll be taking a little bit of a break. So make sure you keep on watching as we'll be back with map 2 of this BO3. So bye bye.
You're always on your game during work time. Now, take the work out of game time. And creating your best edit requires time to make the right cuts. So, we help cut render times. Get the processing power to do it all. Join the gamers and creators who know the pure speed of AMD Ryzen processors. Those who know performance know AMD Ryzen. You're always on your game during work time. Now, take the work out of game time. And creating your best edit requires time to make the right cuts. So, we help cut render times. Get the processing power to do it all. Join the gamers and creators who know the pure speed of AMD Ryzen processors. Those who know performance know AMD Ryzen.
Welcome back, everyone. You are watching AMD Presents Streamer Quest with Windows 11 and Xbox Game Pass. This is the Streamer Showdown of Halo Infinite. We have Team Deathmatch Best of Threes today on Saturday and tomorrow on Sunday as well, where these teams are playing for double points in the overall Streamer Quest. And already we are done with one BO3. We are done with Team Alpha up against Team Bravo. Now we have got the likes of Team Bravo up against Team Charlie, out of which map 1 is done. Team Bravo still being undefeated right now, the only squad that has been undefeated for the entire duration of this tournament so far. Now, will they be defeated? There's a strong chance if there's anyone that can defeat them, it's going to be Team Charlie. So, what are your thoughts, OG?
Well, I mean, this is the anticipated matchup, right? At least for
Mm-hmm.
map one, it was pretty decent. We got to see a close
Right.
affair. Although you did understand that, given a little time and experience in the game, you can clearly see that skill deficit to some extent in terms of understanding your weapons, in terms of understanding the vehicles, in terms of understanding what rotations work and how to make them work. It's all different aspects in a different game, and that's something that Team Charlie need to adapt. And I think with how their first skirmish has gotten, with how dead even it was to a good extent, and with how they could rebuttal, it's all about improvising now. We know these players to have brilliant minds. Casper, Banks,
Right.
Atura. Not only can they frag themselves, but with their understanding of the game, they can also influence their entire team towards the right direction. And sometimes teamwork is all you need to make the dream work. You guys need to be you guys need to be looking to achieve the similar goal, and it's all dependent on what role you serve. Sometimes it's not about the fact that you might not kill. Even if you don't really aim, there are a lot other ways to be useful in a game like Halo. Not only do you have concept like to some extent cover fire, to some extent being a vehicular anchor, your ability to be versatile with the amount of vehicles that you can take out in the battlefield, but also in the fact that a lot of this is down to trading and positions, right? If
Right.
you yourself are not getting those kills, if you're not having that good day, you might as well set your teammate up for success. Take your top fragger. You're gonna be like, hey, bro, I'll be your bait. You just be my fate. And you
Oh.
can see some wacky stuff, dude. It's a streamer invitational. So that's what we're looking forward to. That's what we're hoping to see. And I have a good idea. That's something that we're gonna witness before the end of the day.
Yeah, and now going back to the desert map as well. The thing is with these maps, they're in a different setting, but they feature a lot of the same like gadgets. You've got the like the thruster as well. You've got the same spawns, the same weaponry. So not that big of a difference in map, and it does sadden me a little bit. Like you have a couple of differences, sure, but overall it's a similar-ish layout, which wasn't the case with your regular 4v4 maps. Those ones were very different in their setting, in the kind of fights you'd be taking, in the rotations, in the in the way you just progress and traverse through the map.
Yeah.
But for this one, it's not too much about the map. It's just about the players and how well versed are they gonna be with what they want to do. As for Team Bravo, I don't think they need to change anything with how they've been performing. Keep on doing what they're doing, plain and simple. It's gonna be wins for them.
I think for Team Bravo, it's more important for them now to understand that the enemy is going to adapt and they themselves need to be a step ahead in this battle, right? That's what's going to
Right.
be the game changer, and that's what I think we need to see. Let's hope that we do get to see it, though. What's your expectations walking into this right now, CCV? Just out of the top of your mind, who do you expect to take the W in map 2?
For map 2 as well, I'd go with Bravo. Maybe map 3 Team Charlie can finally take it. But again, like I said for Team Alpha, I'd love to be proven wrong already.
I mean, I'm just doing this to curse you, bro. My bad.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Oh, that was a rush, and it actually worked. I thought, along with the damage and the melee, that would have been just about enough to insta trade, but at least the trade comes on through. They don't let that expense go away for no reason. What's that? Oh my god, no wonder they call him arm power. There's a lot of power from where that came from.
ये बीच
Yes,
वाले
so
बंदे
and
को
right,
यहाँ पे
rightfully so, the entirety of his team, they have a lot of power in their hands. And the early stages where, Team Bravo take it slow, they're just, getting through to the map and the spawn points are still a bit randomish. They're trying to find their power positions. So far everything's equal. But I'd like to see this consistency being maintained from everyone on the side of Charlie as well as Lord Batura. He is absolutely insane. As we see, him having like 6 kills and a single death already. Oh, great performance. If he maintains those figures and he stays as the top fragger that he always has been, I think he's got solid chances of winning. And his team does so too.
100%. Casper, close range. She's known to be an FPS demon, but you have to wake that side of her up. Playing a little conservatively, jiggling between the angles, and I think she knows as well how important movement is in a game like this. Movement alongside your team's rotation, and that's something she's syncing up pretty well as we start to see a much more unified Team Charlie.
Oh,
Ooh, the back turned again.
हो गया.
so much salt action that we get to witness, and these kind of outplays really do hurt from the heart.
Yeah, they do. I
I like the
mean,
trash
the
talk on Mackle right now, though. That's what's taking the money.
Yeah, that is true. Streamers as well, okay? Bing's going for like really long plays. And is this like a strategy that has been defined by the side of Team Charlie, or they're just winging it? Because Bings is playing really long range right now. But then we had someone like Casper who's really up close and personal. So now with the sidearm, yeah, in this case, he just got bombarded. He couldn't really do much. But yeah, Binks is still living up to the the brand of his t-shirt. He is being the Punisher right now. He can take on a lot of enemies at once, and no matter where it is, no matter what crimes he's been wrongfully convicted of, I'm talking of Punisher, not Binks, he's still gonna kind of get through it.
Well, you kind of seem like the judge by those kind of remarks. Have you seen that movie, by the way? If I'm not wrong,
Which one?
so there's this movie called Rem or something along that line. So it's basically a sci-fi future super
Okay,
soldier
you
who
lost
becomes a
me.
judge.
You lost me at sci-fi. We had this discussion about Star Wars. You lost me at sci-fi.
Yeah, that as well. I mean, I might have lost you in sci-fi, but I'm so happy that Team Bravo are not getting lost in the overall objective. Although Team
Right.
Charlie, dangerously close. This is what we'll come to expect, though, and this is what we should be seeing, as they're very close to finding that
Oh.
equalizer. Brinks, I thought he's just about to
Oh my
You know?
god. Yeah,
find
same.
his way back to the lobby in an unpleasant death.
Oh, we've got the sniper. Come on. We need this. We need sniper plays.
You
Ah,
say
no,
that, you
don't
say
blame
that, and he
48.
does this. Like, imagine. I think it's you again, CCB. I think we need to have a talk after the stream.
Well, with active camo just spawning right now, it'll be amazing to see who picks it up and for which team. That's gonna be really, really important. As right now, well, once more, it's so close. We are about to go through like 5 minutes of map number 2, and still the teams are like differentiating with what a margin of 1-2 points, really close for comfort for both Bravo and Charlie. But Team Charlie have to do a little bit more of the legwork right here, because they have to catch back to the deficit that they're in after map 1.
Yeah, that's I think a deficit that's important, but what's more important is the deficit that Team Bravo already have after battling Alpha. So again, in the grander scheme of things, right now it's just about being as close to your competition as you can. If you put yourself in the boots of Team Charlie, and right now that's exactly what they're doing. If they find a little bit of form towards this part of the game and close this one out with a distinct advantage, if they're able to make map 3 look as decent as well, then we might just have an early winner on our hands.
We absolutely can. Yeah, Team Bravo, they can be the winners of the day, and then Alpha and Charlie will have to reconcile later on. But with all that being said and done, there is still opportunity for the members of Team Charlie to make a comeback. Like, they're not trailing by that much. Now it has increased in the past like 30 seconds, with the lead going like 11-12 points. However, Team Charlie have good instances. Why isn't Binks just going off the Warthog? What was he attempting? Why was he just there?
It felt a little off, and undoubtedly that's given a little bit of room for the side of Team Bravo. As they rack up a couple of kills, one of the front lines completely broken apart. So now they refocus their attention and look to close out the remaining fights with as much W key they can press. Because right now, pace is of the essence, and that's something Mackle has no shortage of. Decent bit of damage down on the front lines as he's leading the charts in terms of kills. 15 a total to speak of. And on the other side, what? 11 kills to top the board? Distinct difference.
Right.
Then find the luck.
Okay, a lot of kills happen. You know what? I'm gonna take the next couple of seconds to just hear what the streamers are saying right now. And I feel like on every single map, we need a couple of seconds dedicated to that. Because the streamers, they really are having a lot going on. Let's see. Yep, can't make any sense of it. Never mind. There is so much going on. I'm sorry.
That's what we love though, right? From Halo. The chaos,
Yeah.
the fast pace, the adrenaline. The
Especially
old
10v10.
school shooting. Exactly. I love the old school shooting aspect of this, you know, throughout its entire fabled history, Halo has somehow managed to retain all the best parts that hold it as its glue and glitter.
Towards top left, we have Hathoda right now. He's got the sniper now with the rifle going for the shots. Can he win this 1v1 duel again? It's about to reload, however, he still gets the kill. Moving on towards below him is going to be his teammate in golf, Mackle, with the alien weapon. Again, a quite underrated weapon. In the right hands, it can deal a significant amount of damage. But unfortunate for Mackle, he meets his maker. That's going to be his demise. So the streamers still, they're just looking for any avenue to get kills.
I don't know, that alien weapons seem pretty versatile when it comes to playing with your W key, especially run and gun. Wait, what?
इन्होंने 100 का किया था।
Okay.
हाँ, let's go भाई, well played boys।
बहुत लोगों का गेम क्रैश हुआ है
बहुत लोग हैं भाई क्या?
Well,
Right.
हाँ पूजा का
100 points is what they did get. Although, if I'm not mistaken, this is supposed to be time based. So while we sort that out, yeah, we have a little bit of theory crafting that we can still break upon from what we did see off that map too. What we did see is a Bravo that's looking so damn strong, especially with the way Mackle is pacing with the rest of his team. Him being the IGL to some extent, him being the man
On
who's
Halo, yeah.
yeah, he is just W keying his way into them like there's no tomorrow. And the surprising thing is, it's actually working. I'm not sure if it's just due to the way that Team Bravo are able to deliver support. Hell, Mackle himself is such a beast where he's lobbing nades, he's pushing them in. Alongside that, he also has the melee for a quick close range confirmation. Let's also head to the highlights because they were a crap ton in the game prior. Like that.
Oh, they absolutely
Almost
were.
the kill with the alien weapon, but those are the few moments where you feel the pinch just by a couple of HP, which doesn't go your way, but hey, that's how life is.
Oh, yeah. It's always the worst thing, when you have just the slightest, like when your opponent has the slightest amount of HP, the 1 HP. We know the classic ever since 2013, the 96 and 4. That's something I've been a victim of so many times. Then in other FPS titles as well, there's been the 144 out of 50, the 144 and 4. There have been so many instances of those. Like, you just hate it. You have the necessary amount of bullets, just slightly need the damage.
Yeah, just slightly need the damage, but sadly, they didn't get the damage here, Charlie, and neither did they get the points. That was crucial in their ability to come back, right? Whatever good they did in map 1 to keep the scoreline as close as possible kind of gotten through their hands in this circumstance, slipped right through their fingers. Yeah, map 3 suddenly starts to look a whole lot more complicated.
Oh, it's gonna be very, very interesting because you know what I said about map 3? Yeah, map 3, I said Bravo was gonna win. Oh, sorry, map 2, I said Bravo was gonna win, which they rightfully did. However, the margins, they have been closing. And this is a pattern we have noticed from both Team Alpha and Team Charlie. Like, we have gone through both of those rosters and they've gone through the paths of improvement as well. So if there's any squad who can topple this domination from Bravo, it's got to be Charlie. But overall, man, Team Bravo, take a bow. Winners of golf looking to be very probable candidates as to being the winners of Halo double points as well. The way this team has been playing, I am interested to see which streamers are going to play the following games as well. Who's going to play Overcooked? Who's going to be there for Sea of Thieves, Forza as well? And it all falls down to the captains for their respective teams. You've got Shriman for Alpha, you've got Pooja for Bravo, you've got Binks for Charlie. So they have to essentially, what's the word? Not divide, yeah, divide their streamers and allocate them properly as to what exactly are their strong areas. Obviously, for Halo, everyone's playing, there is no option, you have to play. But apart from that, you have to take all of that into consideration. So keeping all that in mind, I am looking forward to seeing the following games as well. Age of Empires is also there, and how all of that happens and what exactly goes through in that process.
Dude, I remember Age of Empires being on my grandpa's PC, so it's so nice to see this game age so well and still remain relevant. Games like these, Halo is one of the OG games, so is Minecraft, Age of Empires. It's really nice to see these kind of games still thriving, especially
Then,
in a phase
which
where it's
one?
hyper competitive. Yeah,
Which one are the low-res chicken games?
the low res
Like,
chicken games. Well,
because the yeah.
wait, you have to go ahead and explain it to the stream because I might have gotten it.
So you know how you said Halo is one of the OG games.
Yeah.
Which games are the low restriction games?
Well, I mean, Minecraft is no more an option, but Minecraft was,
Mm-hmm.
Minecraft does have a low-res chicken inside it as well, technically.
Right.
So, yeah. You'd also
Mm-hmm.
love to see one of some of those old Age of Empire games, dude. They are really fun, not gonna lie. Those kind of games, it doesn't matter what the graphics is, because at the end of the day, it's more about the gameplay and how you feel by playing the game, right? Especially strategy. I think you're one about strategy, quote unquote, CCV.
That is true, but yeah, a lot of people do expect me to play Age of Empires. But the thing is, I don't know if this is the age divide or not. Even yesterday, when we were talking about the remaining games in Stream Request, me and Aggressive, we were going over the remaining games. He said he loved Age of Empires. You just mentioned it. I've never played it. So I don't really know
Okay.
what to expect. Like, obviously, I'm gonna watch the game. That's very interesting, and I've heard great things. But I don't know if it's the divide of age. I've just never got my hands on it. Maybe it's me. I don't know.
I kind of get it, dude.
I
It's like the Rainbow Six Siege mentality. You guys are just built different, so you know,
uh-huh.
it's like can't
It's
expect you
this
guys.
ego. Yeah, I have played a decent amount of like Total War. That's a
Hmm.
game I really like. That's quite a
Nice.
little too advanced strategy for me. So I was like, I give up. But
Yeah.
apart from that, coming back to Halo as well, coming back to the side of Team Bravo and Team Charlie, map 2, yeah, it wasn't score bound, it was time bound. So keeping that in mind, we are just in the midst of resetting the lobby. But for now, in order to do that, in order to make sure all the streamers are correctly there, everything's working fine, we are going to be taking a small little break. So make sure you don't go anywhere, and we'll be right back.
You're always on your game during work time. Now, take the work out of game time. And creating your best edit requires time to make the right cuts. So, we help cut render times. Get the processing power to do it all. Join the gamers and creators who know the pure speed of AMD Ryzen processors. Those who know performance know AMD Ryzen. You're always on your game during work time. Now, take the work out of game time. And creating your best edit requires time to make the right cuts. So, we help cut render times. Get the processing power to do it all. Join the gamers and creators who know the pure speed of AMD Ryzen processors. Those who know performance know AMD Ryzen.
Welcome back, everyone. You are watching AMD Presents Streamer Quest with Windows 11 and Xbox Game Pass. I'm CSV, joined alongside OG Lores Chicken, and we are bringing to you the Halo Infinite Streamer Showdown, a 2-day event where teams are playing for double points than they regularly would here in Streamer Quest. We are already done with the first set of Team Deathmatch. We are done with Team Alpha up against Team Bravo. Now we are currently watching Team Bravo up against Team Charlie, out of which Map 2 is going to be restarted very, very soon. We had a bit of a lobby bug. A couple of the players, they had disconnected. The score formatting was incorrect as well. So we'll be restarting that entirely so as to ensure integrity all throughout the event and to make sure everyone's playing on the level field. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
100%, man. Map 2 went a little towards the camp of Team Bravo. They just felt like a more cohesive unit. It seems like they have at least their groove discovered. At least with Map 2, with it being replayed.
Right.
Now I hope Charlie has a good understanding of what they're heading into. And yeah, they have another chance to get a good start. That's all that they need right now. They need to keep this level-headed and then fight the important part of the war then later with Team Alpha, because again, with the way Team Bravo just got to farm their points with Team Alpha, it's very crucial that Team Charlie have that same ability and the capability as well.
Exactly. So yeah, Team Charlie, they've got to make sure that not just this one they have to wait out a bit, try and etch a win. But once they're, like you said, with Team Alpha, they can start racking up those points, and it may just be a very close competition. So towards the end of these 2 days, I'm still not really sure who's going to win, because we have another days of action worth to go as well tomorrow. But so far today, yeah, we are yet to reach the halfway mark. There's so much more in store for these streamers and all of us watching and enjoying as well. I'm really looking forward to it, and I hope we can start map 2 as soon as possible, because the players, they already know how the map's gonna go. They've played a significant amount of it, so now they're just looking to restart all of them and continue on with their journey and keep on getting kills as they always do.
Yeah, especially here at the AMD Streamer Quest, it's winner take all with the prize pool of 5 lakhs, which will be split equally amongst the 10 players in the team that wins it. But also, sure, 2 teams might end up losing. That doesn't mean you need to be a loser. Hell, you can have your chance with luck, and there is a Gleam link in the description below. If you feel particularly lucky, you can enter our giveaway down below, and you need to take a screenshot of your favorite live streamer playing on stream and tag AMD and TEC to be eligible. So hey, alongside hitting the sub and the bell, you also know where to find us on our Instagram to make sure you're updated everything esports or gaming in India.
Yep. Now, keeping all of that in mind, the streamers, they have everything ready. They will surely be using this break to interact with their audience as well, who are absolutely stoked to see them play some new games. And hopefully those audience members, they can pick up Halo as well, or any other game that's part of the streamer quest, because after all, that's what we're doing. We are showing and we are showcasing newer and newer titles so that the audience and the masses can enjoy them, because they really are really enjoyable games, especially Halo right here. I mean, the fun we have seen people have, yes, there is the rage, yes, there is the salt, but overall it's all a barrel of laughs if you're playing with a couple of friends, whether it be ranked strongholds in streets or it be 10v10 open lobby, public servers. Everything just has so much chaos. It's just pure Halo, and one way or another you're gonna be at the top.
One way or the other, you have to hit the top. And again, you mentioned about the Xbox Game Pass, right? Imagine, dude, such value for money, and you get more than 100 plus games. So instead of buying a game next time, if you have the Game Pass, you have not only the ability to play that certain game, but you also have the ability to choose from a variety of games, not only geared for, let's say, the sweaty ones amongst us, like me and CCV are clearly enjoying Halo. So yeah, you also get to please us. At the same time, you might get to please somebody like let's say Binks in Sea of Thieves. He'd be able to perfectly fool around with his mateys. He'd be the captain. You never know when Fatu will come and throw a fish at him. You know, that's the fun part. You just have something for everybody. And that's just the way gaming is and needs to be.
Yeah, it's all inclusive, and so is the Xbox Game Pass as well. Includes so many games, so many different genres for anyone of all ages, of all preferences can enjoy. Doesn't matter what your liking is, you are bound to find not just one, not just two, but a variety of games you already love and may have played a bit, and games that you'll be discovering soon as well. So, with all that being said and done, we all love Halo, we all love Infinite, and we all love these streamers. And what exactly are the streamers looking for now? Because they have had their taste of Halo. All teams, at the very least, they've played one map. For Alpha and Bravo, they've played a lot more than a map. They've finished their best of three. Bravo on course to play the next one as well.
Yeah.
So, with all that being said and done, I'm looking forward to seeing how everything, like, what does it turn into? Like, we know metas and how they're formed. And for the first time, we are seeing such a large amount of people in the South Asian region playing these 10v10s. What happens on Sunday? What happens on tomorrow when these teams, they'll have their final chance at redemption? They'll have their final chance to take the win. That is the only question that is going to be on the minds. Like, are we going to see something new? Are we going to see dedicated members going for kills? So far, Hathoda from Team Bravo, he has been Mr. Top Fragger, Mr. Consistent right now. Is he still going to reign supreme, or finally are there going to be strategies in place to prevent just that?
I think we're already seeing like a semi-meta develop right now. We have Mackle, the W key warrior. Like you said, you have Hathora, who's like a ninja Hattori at this point. You never know when he's going to sneak up on you and when he's going to completely obliterate your team. He's also been a very consistent player, right? So it's essentially revolving around these two individuals, making their game styles work. On the other side, we have a couple of interesting choices coming in from Team Charlie. You have Batura trying to be a jack of all trades and not the master of one. You've seen him on his rifle, you've seen him man the tank, you've seen him man the minigun behind the Jeep. So he tries to do everything and he's trying to strike and find a balance and also something which he can use as a trump card. Now, these are very important moves, but it's something that Team Bravo had the luxury to do against Team Alpha before they moved on to at least what we consider to be their contenders to the throne here in Halo, right? So the groundworks are earlier on the side of Team Bravo. At least you're able to see them put that to very good use. They're showing no mercy whatsoever, and that's exactly how you want a tournament like this to be played out, because second place holds no value.
Second place, third place, practically the same. At the end, you want to be on top. You want to be the team getting that 5 lakh rupee cash prize, which is after all what they're playing for. Okay, great prize and a great incentive for the streamers to participate as well. Not just have fun, but you've got to be competitive, which, let's be fair and let's be honest, these streamers by nature, they are. You can't be a streamer if you don't have that edge, that willingness to be the best and still keep on entertaining the audience that has been amassed. So for that very reason, yeah, it's an excellent incentive. And for that very reason, so far we have seen so many of these sweaty players as well, be it the energy sword, be it the mace, the tanks, the warthogs, everyone just has been going ham with their weaponry. And I mean, yeah, you've got the classic rifle as well, which has been seeing so much action. The streamers, I'm loving seeing all the different kinds of ways. It's such a versatile gun. It's a rifle. You can use it for mid-range combat, to an extent long range, close quarters as well, and that's exactly what they're doing. Someone like Binks, he takes it slow. He damages the shield of the members from a long distance, hoping either his team can, or one of his teammates can finish the job, or he himself closes the distance. And then you have other members who just are in your face, like literally behind a person, spamming the rifle, taking away their shield, taking away their health, and thus taking away a point and a life.
Yeah, a point and a life. More importantly, giving away a point as well, right? That's the more important aspect of this here. You need to make sure you trade to take away whatever advantage you're giving. You also need to be in a position where you have some sort of goal and objective in mind. You can't be like, okay, we're going to stick together and do what? Exactly. There needs to be some kind of rotation. There needs to be some kind of movement. There needs to be some kind of initiative. And you see a lot of this happening through only a couple of individuals. And understandably so. People like Mackle, people like, let's say, Batura or Casper have a decent bit of experience in how you should maybe play around at such an open battlefield and put it to use. So going to be able to see a couple of streamers going for those clip-worthy plays. And I think the wait's no more as we're heading back into map 2, ladies and gentlemen. Everything seems to be set, and they're gonna be looking ripe for the taken as they fight towards one of the jeeps. It's a very, very hot fight, which is gonna be involved in a little bit of CQC. Oh, what is this? Did she get the cloak again? Could put it to use.
Yeah, unfortunate timing right there. And again, these power-ups, they are very viable and obviously they are very lucrative, quite attractive, and everyone's going to go for them. But like I said, everyone's going to go for them, your opposition included as well. So you have to be careful when you use them, because with 10 versus 10 on board, you never know who's going to be lurking around the corner. You really can't predict the movement of members as right now. My God. Absolute decimation. No one can predict anything that's happening. Arm powers right there. He lobs the grenade launcher, meets his fake, and yeah, that's a bit of complaining from his end. But yeah, unfortunate for his side, he missed the shot. So he's gonna be back on the rifle very, very soon, as Pooja has also respawned after her previous death, and now he's in towards the middle of the map looking for any kill she can find.
Yeah, and I love the fact that midfield is adding on to the kill feed. A player that I was looking forward to see what he had to offer to us in Hilo. And Pooja with the whiff on the reload. Ay. That hurts. At least they are having their communication sharp as ever. So even if they do end up doing some damage, there is communication to make sure they follow up.
Right, you can. Arm power waiting for the active camo right now. He may get it very, very soon. He has to evade that. And 4 more seconds, close quarter combat. Arm power, can he get the kill? Oh, he removes the...
Just a little bit. I think a little bit of backup, and that would have been his play to make. There was a double peak that he simply had no power in his arm to flex over, so ends up going down. This is, however, a little bit of unity coming in from the side of Team Charlie. They have a small lead as well, CCV. This is the difference maker. It's the story in reverse from what we saw, what was supposed to be map 2 and the beginning of map 1.
Yeah, but you know, we've also seen time and time again that the side of Team Bravo, they have had these slow starts to an extent. It's only towards the later stages that they can and they have been getting those points. So who knows, maybe as soon as, you know, we hit like the 4-minute mark, the 5-minute mark, that's when the side of Team Bravo, they start going in full force. As already to an extent we are seeing them trying to close the gap, but still there's so much time remaining in map 2. In no way, shape or form are we done. Everyone is just looking for a couple of those kills, as right now the score is going to be picked up. However, from behind, what an insane double kill.
That is big. Not only position loss, but also points gained for the other side. 45 to 32. Now, slowly there's a margin that's being built here, CCV. Slowly, though. That's the important word. That's exactly how it was in map 1 when Team Bravo was trying to build the lead. It didn't look as much in the start, but it slowly built up to a decent pedigree. Now, is it going to be the similar case, but in return on power? He's good on the first. Needs to go in the reload, but shields are going to be at a point of concern. He's going to wrap around. The movement's going to be his friend in terms of rotation. Just butterly shanks him to death. The nade and the counter push. Now, there is power in terms of numbers on the side of arm power, so that's going to go his way. If they keep working like this with camaraderie, they're able to make up what the margin was, and it's now only down to 8 points.
Yep. Now they are absolutely on course. Mackle, you know, insane stuff. He's focused in with the M40, lobbing the nades as well. A bit of miscalculation, but he adjusts, fires another one, and once more we have the vehicles in play. So once more they're going for the kills. Arm power loves the melee. Love to see him back in form as well, shooting opponents. Yeah, he had a bit of a rough start, but now he's leading the charge with his team towards mid, towards the opposite spawn as well. And this is Team Bravo getting back into their groove.
Power almost made it to that corner, back to safety. Luckily, his teammates are swarming around him, though. You can see Sway, SMX, and the gang avenging his death, and he should be respawned as we speak. The push towards the Humvee spawn ain't gonna work. It's not gonna give any kind of good omen to the side of Bravo right now. Is that something that they reconsider, or are they spearheaded in their approach?
Well, let's have a look at their and well, let's have a hear at their comms and let's find out.
Utter chaos. I think they're understanding what the rotation and the game should sound. I mean, it should shape up like. So you get to understand the fact that both these teams are now warming up to this battle, right?
Right. Absolutely so.
Power. All right. That was the clip he made for himself.
Yeah, really good clip right there. But now, okay, taking a look at the side of, well, both the teams, because they're just extremely close right now. It's still like, what, a margin of 4 points that's there. So it's really just a matter of a couple of kills here or there. What a
Get
nade!
destroyed, Bob.
Oh.
Hey.
Beautiful shot. On the car right now, describing condition. Yeah, I mean, it was one shot to be fair to him.
That hurt though. Was that 3 frags with 1 frag grenade? That's big stonks and a slow path to redemption. Again, there is that deficit in the points. It was 10 a couple moments ago. Now it's boiled down to 6.
Yeah. Once more, it's closing down Team Bravo really on the charge right now. They can try their level best, but Team Charlie, they have to stay in advantage. They have to make sure through thick and thin they keep on surviving, otherwise it may just be a similar result to map 1 and Team Bravo. They may just be the champions of day number 1.
A little, I mean, bro, at this point you've been cursing a lot of things, so we're gonna have a talk, okay, like bro to bro, we're gonna have a talk. We'll help you out
Right.
here, but you need to help yourself out, buddy. If these streamers get to know that you're the one cursing them, now I swear to God, not sure what will happen, but it'll certainly look a little worse
It's gonna be
than
1 versus 10. It's
gonna
gonna
look
be
more
1
hectic
versus
than
10.
that was a stylish way to go out. Straight up South Indian movie vibes. Dude, that's something I enjoy about South Indian movies, It's sometimes like an over-exaggeration of what you learn from Power Rangers SPD.
It's so over exaggerated.
The
It's
action, at
like,
least.
yeah, it's beyond. Like, I don't know the word to describe it. It's just good. It just is a level of its own.
Like, it's so salty that it's sweet. I kind of get where you're going at.
Yeah.
Nice philosophies that we follow in life. Hopefully, you guys don't need to follow that in life. What you can follow, however, are all the streamers that are in front of you. Sure, they might not be Halo players, might not even be FPS players, but for your sake, for the sake of the weekend, and for the sake of this entire streamer's quest, they're in it to win it, and at this point, you couldn't have asked for more, right? Look how neck to neck it's getting at this point in map 2. With the deficit being only 2 points, it's gonna require a miracle if either team looks to get a decisive lead. So far, this is brilliant damage mitigation done by the side of Team Bravo. They farmed up as many points as humanly possible against Team Alpha, and now they're keeping things even against Team Charlie. The only way Team Bravo lose this is if Team Charlie have an even more better day against the likes of Team Alpha, which, considering they got a chance to play today and got a good understanding of what the weapons feel like and what their favorite weapon could be, it'll be a harder ask for them to do here. It'll be harder for Team Charlie to get back in the game.
Absolutely. So it may be a tough ask right now, though. It's a tough ask if you ask anyone to predict who's gonna be the winner of this match, because it's still almost even Stevens, 3 points separating these streamers right now. And once more, you aren't really sure what the next minutes have in store for us. Well, one thing is for sure, it's going to be a lot of action. As we're seeing the members of Team, Bravo, just towards here, towards the backside, they're waiting, tossing their nades, and they're sticking together, hoping to get a kill, which they will. Great stuff. But once more, they need the concentration to make sure that they don't lose their footing.
Well, you talk about footing. It's so even that either side's foot not feeling comfortable in the shoe. It's undoubtedly sweaty. This push, it's gonna require some kind of luck in terms of finding the opening frag, right? We've seen this in the case of map 1 where there was a lot of trades that were potentially denied. Now that's fairly lower than what we expected. This quick stim should be able to give Mackle the kill, and that's something that we've been waiting to see from him. We missed this double key warrior, and finally him coming back to shape. Casper finds a little bit of vengeance. Mackle's death, though, does not go away in silence in vain. They're gaining this momentum, at least, where they're able to push the fort. And that's what I think distinguishes how Charlie is playing from the side of Bravo. Charlie is more towards receiving the push. Meanwhile, with the side of Bravo feeling so confident in the ability of Mackle and arm power, the push, it's on their honus and they're delivering every single time of asking.
Oh, Mili. Great shot from Mackle as well.
Why does nobody look back there? It's like every single time you see somebody killed from the back, only in this narrow corridor.
It's just tunnel vision, man. Everyone gets tunnel vision when you're focusing on someone far away. You don't know what's happening near you, and that's one of life's lessons. If you're thinking too far in the future, hey, take a moment and live in the moment as well. Take a breather. Just relax and see your surroundings, what's around you, what's happening, and appreciate that for the time being.
I thought you were going for a small dig in terms of long distance relationship, but that changed real quick.
No, I was like, no, it's more like just, peace and calm and tranquility and yeah.
Teacher asked what your interest, peace, calm, tranquility. Yeah, certainly I would have loved to be the kid that you are, man. But
Oh, no.
this is something we've seen so often done by Mackle's team, right? The push towards the narrow corridor. Somehow they've always found a way to make it work. Somehow. And you can see what kind of a difference that causes in the score. They've been able to build that gap back up, which is crucial.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna be quiet. I wanna hear the streamers back up again. Yeah.
Nice, Mili karo, Mili karo. Nice.
This is like when your teacher leaves the class for like 5 seconds.
No, this is when the teacher is in the class as well on Modern Mind nowadays. Yep.
Your batch is built different.
I
Just
mean,
like-
well, what can I say? Hey, it's after 2 years, everyone's back. So, and this is the final like 1 month you have before all the pressure of like boards and stuff are put onto you. So you have to make the best out of it. Yeah.
Well, if you don't want to be bored out of your mind, you know that you can get the Xbox Game Pass for very reasonable prices. Links in the description if you want to be part of all the fun that the streamers are having right now.
Yep.
This is chaos, though. This is not the fun part of it.
This is a lot that's going on. Yeah, just the constant shouting and the streamers as well. Being in the VC, how much like this gives you a lot of like LAN tournament vibes as well, where the audience is making so much noise. As a player, you can't really hear too much what's going on in the game. You just have to rely on what your teammates are saying. This is really giving me a feeling like that.
You got feeling. Well, I've just been having the weekend vibes, dude. And I think that's something that everybody should be feeling. If not a laid-back vibe, this should get your blood running. And right now, the score is just running the way of Team Bravo. Ooh, brutal. Look at the coordination in the push, CCV. That's what should be taken notice of here.
Yeah.
Decent comms as well. Ooh.
50
Can't get the
seconds
trade.
remaining. 50 seconds remaining. Still, Team Bravo in the lead. I mean, here, even a lead of one makes all the difference in the world because Team Bravo, they are not in a negative, which does not allow Team Charlie to get back up, to, lessen the blow of the differential that happened in map number one. And obviously, you still have the entire lead that Bravo have after their game with Team Alpha. So, keeping all that in mind, I thought, what is he going for? Jesus. Oh my god. That is the worst pilot. Like, one of the few pilots that harms the people outside him if he's going for a crash landing.
Isn't that the point of flying a plane? You kind of have to do damage to
Kamikaze.
other people. It depends, though, on what your idea of damage is. Victory,
Right.
however, goes the side of Team Bravo.
Bravo.
And bravo to them. They were able to build back such a decisive lead at a point where even towards the 7 minute mark, things look dead even. A deficit of close to 8 to 10 points. That's it. And then they
Yeah.
exponentially increased that quite a bit. So yeah,
No
kudos to
idea
them.
how. Absolutely so. This is the strong point of Team Bravo. No matter how their starts are, one way or another, by hook or by crook, they're gonna get the win by a decent margin, I'd say. This one as well wasn't close towards the end. It was a solid, tens points and like somewhere around 30, 40. So with all that being said and done, Team Bravo, for the moment, with how it looks like, their final map will be in front of us very soon, but with how it stands, I don't think anyone can compete with them when it comes to Halo. So far, undefeated.
So far. That's the important point. I think we offered one side of the perspective, right? Where right now, walking into this fight between Bravo and Charlie, Bravo have somewhat of an advantage because they've already been warmed up by the game. Imagine this now. Put yourself in the shoes of Team Charlie. You've gone toe to toe against who your main rival is. Sure, you did decent. You didn't beat them by a lot, but hey, in fact, they didn't even beat them technically yet. But a very close margin is being maintained. If they're able to grasp a lot from this matchup, and if they're able to learn properly and get some kind of pseudo meta within their game plan, it's going to be so much more impactful when they play against Alpha. And you know that the members in Charlie are capable of absolute ruthless obliteration. So if that storm is going to come, it's going to be a heck of a storm.
Totally so. Yeah, it's gonna be great watching them collide once more and their first time interactions as well. But this was the second time Bravo met up against Charlie, and taking a look at the highlights, it was a battle worth for the ages. So close, right to the wire, and then Bravo ended up taking the win. However, in the way it started off, Charlie, they really had their confidence soaring high. But bit by bit, Team Bravo dismantled it and destroyed their hopes of winning this map. So Team Charlie, they need a major push heading into map number 3 in order to get a win. Otherwise, it's just gonna be melee more and more.
Yeah, it's going to be a melee extravaganza. I think that's something that Power has made his signature, right? I think in almost every fight I've seen this man, he is very determined to put that butt of his gun to good use.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that actually hurts. In movies, sure, it looks like it's a cool move, whatever, but that leaves quite a mark if it happens to you in real life. So careful about playing Halo with your friends. You know, this is why my parents didn't buy me a Nerf gun. They knew I'd do this kind of stuff. That way, my parents are very smart.
The thing is, I didn't have a lot of Nerf guns when I was a kid. I know I'm gonna say when I was a kid. Yes, yeah, I am still. Haha, very funny. If anyone's
You went
planning on
there.
making that joke. No, I know people will. But anyways, like when I was like far younger, but yeah, my brother got a lot of them. And the thing is, they're just sitting here now. That's the thing. So they're cool. They're very fun to play with. Shoot, annoy your sibling. Yes, very much. Really good. I think that's the best use of it. But yeah, you would do a lot of this kind of stuff.
I don't know, dude. We had like rubber band pellet fights, so I'm pretty sure Nerf would have been like Halo at this point. We might have like one small.
You get the energy swap from the kitchen. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, dude. At this point, I'm lucky we're playing Halo and not something like
Oh my
Valorant or CS because there's no knives in this game, at
Oh
least for now, except for the
The
obvious
butterfly, yep.
lightsaber kind of thing here. So
Oh.
that aside, I think today was damn fun. I enjoyed it. How did you think you enjoyed it? Because Halo is a game that we don't see many streamers down in South Asia stream. We don't see a lot of players for Halo. And more importantly, not many people are aware as to how competitive or how fun it could be. I think
Yeah.
today opened up my eyes to how fun it could be, but also how chaotic at the same time with the last game that we did get to see.
That's just 10v10. That's like any battle royale. And these streamers, they should be quite well acquainted because so many of them have a battle royale history, whether it be PC ones or even mobile ones. They are aware what it's like to be in a server with, 100 other people, 99 other people, whatever, and then still manage to scour your way and pick your way through towards the win. This is just
Yeah.
10v10, but granted, those forms of battle royales, they have a lot of downtime in them. This is constant action. You have
Straight up.
10 seconds of respawning and then you're back in it. Whether it be the warthog, whether it be the sniper, everything's shooting at you, swinging at you, flinging at you. You have to evade all of them. And as a
Yeah.
streamer, it really takes a toll. So yeah, if you're playing Halo, you need to give it your entire concentration. And that's why, we really respect the streamers for putting in that much work as well while entertaining their audiences. And that's why they need a bit of a break. And so do all of us here at the Esports Club. Map 3 is going to be right in front of our screens very shortly. But till then, stay tuned and keep watching. We'll be right back.
You're always on your game during work time. Now, take the work out of game time. And creating your best edit requires time to make the right cuts. So, we help cut render times. Get the processing power to do it all. Join the gamers and creators who know the pure speed of AMD Ryzen processors. Those who know performance know AMD Ryzen. You're always on your game during work time. Now, take the work out of game time. And creating your best edit requires time to make the right cuts. So, we help cut render times. Get the processing power to do it all. Join the gamers and creators who know the pure speed of AMD Ryzen processors. Those who know performance know AMD Ryzen.
Welcome back, everyone. You're watching AMD Presents Streamer Quest with Windows 11 and Xbox Game Pass. This is the streamer weekend for Halo Infinite. Double points, 5 lakh rupees on the line, and 30 streamers duking out against each other. We have, once more, map number 3. Team Bravo up against Team Charlie. We have seen Team Bravo from the start of the day be undefeated. One final stretch. Can Team Charlie defeat them, or is it going to be a winning streak through and through?
You need to see them at least land one crucial blow here, CCV. Now that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's been more or less the Team Bravo show if you talk about day 1, right? Sure, there is day 2, but that's basically leaving yourself with less room to redeem yourself. Now, why would you even put yourself in a position? Because, you know, that's already a back foot that you need to fight from. So it's going to be hopefully a closer map 3 than we expected, because map 2, sure, in the first 7 minutes, went neck for neck. There was maybe at a certain point just 2 points dividing the team, but you saw that blow apart quite drastically when Arm Power and Mackle just came online in a moment's notice. Yeah, 3 minutes and bam, the advantage gets blown wide open yet again.
Yep. Keeping all that in mind, very interesting. I mean, look, with the map, I've said this before, not a lot of diversity. I don't want to waste a lot of time discussing the map because, frankly, there's not a lot of point. With 10v10, maps are just, it's a different setting, different foliage, different assets, yada, yada, yada. But the gameplay is going to be onto the players. They have just open avenues, open streets. That's pretty much it. You know, it's not going to be anything else. So keeping all that in mind, I'm still looking forward to the players because, you know, it is quite late into the day as well. Like, they must be streaming for a while. I'm not really sure, but I can take like an educated guess that a couple of the streamers must be streaming beforehand to their audiences. And then now we're back on Halo. Well, still from the looks of it, it's nice to hear that the streamers are still enjoying this, and we absolutely are. Let's jump in. Map number 3 in front of us.
Map number 3, the last chance for Charlie to redeem themselves in their matchup of what we consider the events. A good start by Mackle and Co. again using their W key to the absolute best. I love this vehicle rush, CCV. It seems like playing against a small militia to some extent. Look at this. Finally, we get to see vehicle versus vehicle combat, but it's essentially a run-over operation is what I could say.
Oh my god.
From the
What happened?
God, Lord Batura. That was an explosive, if I'm not mistaken. But it's 0. Wait, yeah, it's 8 and 7. Sorry, my eyes are playing tricks on me. I was like, wait, how is it 0? Both the sides got that kill there. Still a good sign, because it shows that both sides are starting off dead even like we expected. So nothing unexpected from the get-go. The only thing unexpected would be a Charlie victory, which I'm going to be more than delighted and elated to see.
Certainly, so I think everyone wants to see the likes of Team Bravo. I mean, as much as we love all the streamers and the content creators there, which we all do, but their wrath of domination has been a little too overbearing on the opposition, and they finally have to retaliate and fire back, and this can be their chance. We are still equal, but then again, we know this. It's become a classic. It's become a stereotype to an extent from this point that the side of Team Bravo, they're gonna be slow at the start, but towards the end, you betcha that they are really, really going to improve. As we are noticing, yeah, more and more kills happen, but they're just happening one by one. We haven't seen anything major take place just yet.
What would be something major, though, in your opinion? What
Do you
looking
remember
at?
that energy sword stuff that happened all the way back in Alpha versus Bravo? That.
Oh. Oh, okay. I get where you're coming from. I get where you're coming from. With it being this close, though, I don't think there's gonna be, you know, that opportunity presenting itself. Let's see, though. Let's see. I'm a believer, CCV. I'll believe for you.
All
Maybe
right.
that's how you don't curse them. Or maybe that's how
Right.
you double fold your curse. You never know.
Again, this is why people who believe in curse and stuff, like, I never understand them, because they're like, oh, you didn't curse them, you double cursed them. Oh, you broke the curse because after 9-3 they won this round. I'm like, yeah, you're just making excuses. Like, again, just admit there's no curse. I'm sorry, but hey, that's me.
Hey, accept the apologies. Don't worry. We'll
Uh-huh.
for sure need them later to see if it's gonna work or not. That's only gonna be
Right.
time, and time's something that we have a little bit of, as it's gonna be our last game. I love how these players haven't dropped off in that decibel level whatsoever. It might be the last game of the day, but these guys are playing like it's the first, and they are in it to win it.
Yeah, as streamers, and you know what, even personally as casters, we get that. You've got to maintain the same energy level, because when all of the games are on an equal level and when all of the games are providing the same amount of entertainment, you, like, by default, your body is gonna get into the groove and you're gonna be shouting because you're in it so much. Once more, hathoda, oh, he's got the sniper really out far back. He's going for these long range plays. This is optimal position. He just needs to find someone to kill. And having a look at this
No
man,
scope.
attempts the no scope, back to the rifle, gonna get a kill. Almost.
Doesn't even get the assist. Finally gets a confirmation though, so that is one kill in the bag. Okay. He's looking to do more. And surprisingly, he's still not taken down. That is big stuff. Binks on the other end, he just got triple peaked. Ooh. A couple of things that you don't want to see before death, and that's one of them.
Yeah, and I think something that no one wants to see is death right now, because especially when you know that every single time you die, it's another point that your opposition will be getting, and that's going to be really, really unfortunate later down the road. What a kill right there. You know, getting rid of midfield on again. Yeah, he was really annoying in that power position. So excellent stuff getting rid of him, because that allows the opponents and the enemies to go for good
There we
places.
go.
Mackle! Ah,
Slice and dice.
what a use of the energy sword. I want to see more of this. Come on. I mean, it's nothing is gonna match what hathoda did, you know, with that like quad kill with the energy sword, but every single
Yeah.
kill does count.
Oh, Binks got Mac kill peaked.
एक साथ चलो manpower एक साथ है
Salt. That's what I smell. That's what I like. And that's also a preservative, so you know.
ओ भाई
The more you know, the more you grow, kids.
So you're saying by, you know, emitting more salt and being more toxic, I live longer and I preserve my life.
Well, being salty and being toxic are two different things. I mean, look at Salty that we have over here at TEC. You know, everybody loves him even though he's salty. So it's just about the kind of salty you are.
Right. So you would say in order for preservation, something like kosher salt is far better than sea salt.
Yeah, you just need to be a lovable salt. That's all.
Right. Yes.
It's about how you get there.
Mm-hmm. It's about the composition you have within you in your body as well, right? Like what makes up the salt you're going for? Is it coming from a harsh place and you genuinely mean it? Or is it just the composition of, like, you know, you have some bad things in you, like sodium in of itself is quite harmful. Then you have chloride, which is poisonous as well. But you combine that and you be a regular person and you keep it within yourself and you be regular table salt and you be sodium chloride.
I mean, I'm not sure if I'm going that direction, but I kind of get where you're coming from. Intent is more important than action, right? It's about
Yeah.
where it comes from rather than how it actually is. So it depends on who you are. For sure, you wouldn't want to see somebody like Fatu drop the salt whatsoever, because that's what keeps us going, and that's what might keep Team Charlie going through.
Oh.
Could be a hard time. Jesus Christ.
Come
Dude,
on,
dude,
Banks,
dude,
come on.
Give it to him. I love his reaction. Can you actually believe Fatu's out fragging Lord Batura?
Hey, goes to show, anyone can master Halo.
Wow. This is a game that I think both of us really expected to be close. Both of us wanted it to be close, and that's what we've gotten so far. Although slowly but surely, it's being snatched away by Team Bravo. SMX and Co. still looking strong. Ooh, why did he stay there?
Yeah, at least SMX got the sniper like he was telling his teammate as well. But now we have the captain of Team Charlie right now. We've got Pooja in front of our screens. And so far, oh, sorry, captain of Team Bravo and captain of Team Charlie is Binks. But yeah, regardless, Pooja, she'll be like really, elated with her team's performance so far in golf, taking the win. Now in Halo as well, I think being the top dogs of the day since they haven't
Yeah.
lost at all. Now they still are just trailing by a small margin, but we know this from the side of Team Bravo. They will get the dub sooner rather than later, and it's the late game where they are the best and pretty much, they can take all the advantage away from their opposition.
Yeah, during the inauguration of this event, Binks on stream was like, you know what, it's gonna be easy to beat it's gonna be easy to beat Pooja. It's not gonna be that big of a problem, yada yada yada. And Pooja's like, you know what, we'll do the talking on the track. We'll do the talking on the server. We'll do it where it's needed. They put golf. Okay, I try to go for golf. Golf put that issue away, but doesn't work that way. Well, at least good to know that when they need to walk the walk, they're not shy whatsoever. In fact, they're doing it quite mercilessly and brutally. 74 to 77, the closest it's ever been. If you are a fan of Binks and his squad, you just gotta hope that they're able to keep their head in this fight. As the seconds pass, it's chaotic, and we're meeting cavalries going head to head against each other. Ooh, it came down to the machine gun diff, which I think either of the vehicles should be on a path to explosion. And right now you can hear the entire plan from Team Binks. It is to play time. Do you think that's the right call here? Because we know that these kind of small deficits can increase within moments. And this call might just cost them a little bit of problems later on.
Well, first let's hear their comms, then I'll answer that question. Alright, yeah, we can see, Marnamat. Yeah, it's the same strat for their side. However, in my opinion, it's not the best strat for the situation we have on hand. Why? Because we know that the side of Team Bravo, they have amassed a major lead after the two initial, maps. For that very reason, I don't agree with the fact that playing safe, I mean, yeah, it will give you this one map win. However, in the larger scheme of things, it's not gonna matter. So it's much rather to just go for an all-out brawl. But that's a risk in of itself, and something that the players may not be that comfortable in taking.
Yeah, they might not be comfortable taking that route, but again, look at the deficit, CCV. It's growing so much. We warned about this, we alluded to this, and it's happened. As very soon, it's going to be Bravo hitting a century in this map as well. Oh god. Yeah, I think now the play for Macul and Co here is just play a little more passive. They don't need to give away these frags, more importantly.
Yep. They have to be a bit more careful. Once more, this sidearm, man. Every single time these skills with the sidearms, especially at this range, it's so important. I mean, yeah, the pistol, the sidearm is very important in all FPS titles, but in Halo, it serves such a crucial purpose that as soon as you have removed the shields of your opposition, and they're very vulnerable since health isn't that much, you just secure the deal and you secure the kill very quickly if you get your timing right, which is exactly what all members are trying right now. As we see the lead building even further, it has been increased to somewhere around like 20 right now, and it's not gonna stop anytime soon. Goodness me, a flurry of kills and a heap of casualties.
Holy hell, the deficit just keeps on growing, and it doesn't seem like Team Bravo are going to be able to be put to a stop. Time is depleting, CCV. As the seconds passes, so does the hope for Team Charlie in their matchup of the equals that we've been hyping up about. It seems like a Bravo day for Team Bravo. Looking to be in control, top to bottom. At a position where they're now built up 20 points of buffer in this last match. All this comes to tally in day 2 before crowning who won the Halo segment of our event. Oh, he drops the gauntlet on his sad skull. It being crushed. Yeah, it's a little heartbreaking.
There's the energy sword. Jimmy could have picked that up right there. Was next to him. I'm sure he didn't go for it, but still, having a look at his POV, we can see the infantry going through to the side of Team Bravo once more. What an assist! And yeah, we know Jimmy more for his pistol than we know him for his rifle, but once more with the rifle, he's dealing an excellent amount of damage. He attempts for the reload right now. Regardless, it may lead into the same result. He may get a couple more kills if he's careful, if he traverses his way correctly. Can he though? Can he?
He's on the
Yes,
course
he
and he
will.
gets yet another. Very nice stuff. From ooh. I feel sad for him.
Yep.
If there's
Alright,
one part
well,
about this game I could change, I'd try to change that, dude. Getting blown apart by a tank is just straight up not fun.
hey, when you play arena shooters, it is what it is at times. But right now, I mean, okay, you know, the lead the Team Bravo have built. OG, I think it's time we call it. They are going to be undefeated in day one. That has a different ring to it. It's one thing going for glory, it's one thing going for the dubs in the world, but it's another to be undefeated after playing 6 consecutive maps back to back to back.
I have no words. I'm not sure if it's the preparation or how, but it just seems so easy when you have these players in your lobby. I like the attempt. They're trying to get that one soul body in the tank. It's not the easiest of tasks, but it makes your job a whole lot more easier once that guy does end up going down. I think they're just calming it out as well. Mako trying to stop these rotations from a little bit of a distance. He's left himself very exposed to no shield, so he needs to make his way back. Try to regen just a little bit before he does recommit, which is not going to be what relevant. Bloodline has been a very big picture as to why this comeback is even in fruition right now. This is very big stuff what he's doing for his team.
Really is great stuff right here, and we're gonna see the timer take down. 10 final seconds for the day. Still the side of Team Bravo, 180 points, the amount of points they have amassed over the course of the entire day. Tremendous stuff. That's gonna be that is another victory. GG's. 29 points is the difference of map number 3.
Wow, that was such an... Okay, a lot of things happen in map 3, you know, but the only difference being more good things ended up happening for the side of Team Bravo. You know, if Bloodline YT would have been able to do the same tank shenanigans a little earlier on, I felt like there would have been a chance for them to hold that equalizer scoreline that we did get to see about 5 minutes into the game. Not the case. Not the case. Ever since then on out, it's been aggression. The Team Bravo have been throwing the way of Team Charlie with them not knowing how to reply.
Yeah, certainly so. Team Bravo, they were trying everything, and that was the thing. At times, they were just far too overwhelming for the opposition. That was the same thing Team Alpha faced as well, and there was no reconciliation to that. Nothing could have happened about it. So, long story short, very unfortunate for both Alpha and Charlie, but Team Bravo, goodness, I think. I mean, I'm not really sure the entire lead that they have. We'll calculate that back in. Obviously, we'll have everything later on. But so far, their lead is probably in the hundreds. Taking a look at the highlights as well, their kills were in the multi-hundreds as well, right from the first second.
That nade was juicy. That nade blew up not only his vehicle, but also his foes. So if he's gonna go down, he's taking the whole ship down with him.
Yeah, once more, it's better to, you know, get even if it's one kill and you're dying, go for it. Because this one and Halo Infinite is all about the kills with the format that we have. And I mean it, every one kill matters. Even the one we are seeing right now. That was really good to get the annoying turret player. Then we had the energy sword, really underutilized weapon. I mean, you know, in the community cup, people were running after the energy sword. It was hot chase for it, and as soon as you had it, oh, you wielded a lot of power. But here, the streamers, they're taking the time with all of their weapons. They're being far more versatile. If they can get their hands on something, well and good. Otherwise, they are going to make do with the rifle pistol combo as well.
Yeah, it's important to have versatility in your back pocket, right? I think that's something that streamers like Lord Batura had tried to show throughout the event, trying not only different guns but also different roles. You know, being the driver, being the man with the turret, being the entry, being the second man in, and whatever. Uh, Team Bravo seems so well oiled. It almost feels like it's unfair. Not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, look at their
Yeah.
synergy. Look at their meta push when they're able to make the front lines hold. They're able to trade properly. They're able to rely on people like Mackle, like Arm Power. So they're able to find this winning formula, which even Charlie were not able to kind of break apart. So
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely so. I have to agree with that. Even during the comms, you weren't able to hear much of what was going on, but I'm sure the streamers might have been able to make sense of it because that was the thing. The streamers need to. We were just having entertainment, we were having a lot of joy, but the streamers were putting in the work and it absolutely favored them heaps and heaps. And yeah, the results speak for themselves, especially for Bravo.
Especially for Bravo. They've been leading the chart and they've set a benchmark. Mind you, today
Right.
is not the only day of Halo action, ladies and gentlemen. There is another day of Halo action. So put it in your calendars. Tomorrow, you know where to find us. We are going to be here at the Esports Club. It's been a very, very fun ride today. It's been a ride where, you know, it's a lot of newer names, some names who might not be very well known in, let's say, the Halo small bubble that we have here in South Asia or even PC games for that fact. So having everybody perform on a similar battlefield and the essence of just having a gamer versus gamer show, right? Doesn't matter where you are, doesn't matter where you come from, doesn't matter your background, you are always going to be welcome in a place like this. Let's also head to the event standings. Whew,
My God, what?
that is disgusting. And I'm not even saying that in a bad way.
I mean, granted, yeah, Team Bravo, they have played two sets of best of threes. Both Charlie and Alpha have played one. But
Yeah.
still, even if you double the points of Alpha and Charlie, they are still in no way, shape, or form close to what Bravo have amassed. 4 digits. And this is only as of what? The first day. Okay. I mean, hey, towards the end, we saw a lot of close competition between Bravo, Charlie, and to an extent, even when Bravo versus Alpha was going on. Maybe that continues for when we have our next day tomorrow. Maybe it's
Yeah.
going to start off from that close competition. But to overtake Team Bravo, so much, and I mean so much work has to be done.
Exactly, and Team Bravo have come clutch at the event where it counts the most, right? The Halo event has double points compared to every other event there is on this streamer
Exactly.
quest. So they've not only come alive, but they look scary, they look tantalizing, and God bless whoever is going to go up against them tomorrow, because it's certainly not going to be the ideal weekend for them. Sure, for us, we're going to enjoy, lay back, have a couple more giggles, and that's how Halo is, right? Just a lot like
Right.
life. You need to be ready to deal with a lot of shit, but that's gonna be fun if you know how to do it and if you're enjoying doing it. Somebody like Macula or On Power, I think they have set the standard as to what aggression, what team play should be like. And Team Bravo, the results clearly are showing it. This has been the AMD streamer quest, and again, let me remind you, ladies and gentlemen, this is winner takes all. So the winner takes 5 lakh home, and everybody else just gets to watch and clap as they run back to their merry field. Regardless, it's been a long day. Both me and CCV are going to take a break alongside your favorite streamers. So don't forget to sub, don't forget to like, and don't forget to come here tomorrow. We will be waiting.
You're always on your game during work time. Now, take the work out of game time. And creating your best edit requires time to make the right cuts. So, we help cut render times. Get the processing power to do it all. Join the gamers and creators who know the pure speed of AMD Ryzen processors. Those who know performance know AMD Ryzen.